This is the M Zone.
And welcome to the M Zone. Jamie Morris, my man Bobby Tooth is on the other side of the glass. And I just want to let everybody know, Big Sweet, he's got an obligation, but he will be on later on the show with us around around 4:30. But don't hold me to that. He may be later or he may be earlier. I don't know. You know how Big Sweet is.
He's a big deal now.
Yeah, he is a real big deal. That's better. I can hear you now. Jeez. Maybe turning Ira. This is Ira. Because Sam hasn't been here.
Yeah, we got Ira over there, got Miz over here in the mornings.
But he turns it off. I don't know how. Dude, it is loud. I had to turn that way down. I mean, I had to twist it.
Your man J-Mo needs a whisper in the studio.
Dude, I'm just saying, I don't have the greatest ears. I'm old. I mean, come on. You know me, man. I'm just saying. The man has ears. He can't hear a thing the way he's got it set. I'm just saying.
Got the AirPods, got the earbuds on inside the headphones so he can listen to other stuff at the same time. Who knows?
Who knows what he's got going on? Hey, what's new? What's new in Michigan today?
Nothing.
18-year-old quarterback is the starting guy.
Mm-hmm.
That's what you got. You got an 18-year-old quarterback is the starting guy. Now, look.
One of only 4 true freshman starters ever.
Yeah. And you know what? I'm going to say this. Who does that remind you of? Who does Bryce remind you of those 4 starters? You know what I'm saying?
For anyone listening, the 3 others are Tate Forcier back in 2009,
right,
and then Rick Leach and Chad Henne.
Yeah.
So
yeah, reminds me of Rick Leach. It's the coming of Rick Leach because Rick is from Michigan. See, Chad's not from Michigan, but Rick is from Michigan.
I never got a chance to see Rick play, obviously. It's hard for me to compare him. But
and Tate Forcier is not from Michigan. So everybody hears the folklore and the whispers and everything like that. I mean, the worst thing for our boy is that he had social media.
And he's in the media constantly, and that, we'll get to that, later here, but some of the coaches really were praising him for how mature he was, despite all the insane social media and media attention.
Here's the thing. You remember, I know you remember this, and you probably heard him say this. He wasn't going to let everybody know until Monday.
Yeah, absolutely.
But you know who was there on Sunday?
Do
you know who was? No, they were there on Saturday. Saturday's practice. The Big Ten Network. They were doing the camp. And the last camp was Michigan. So these guys have been watching practice, and you know what? I mean, Bryce Underwood was taking most of the snaps.
Yep.
He was taking the majority of the snaps with the ones. So guess what?
Everyone's just like, he's the guy.
That's him. So it aired late Saturday, all day Sunday. You wouldn't miss it. You wouldn't miss it.
They just all report it as if it's facto ready to go. And it's like, hey, maybe it was a pretty safe bet to say that.
Well, and it made Sharon Moore come out and have to say, because I mean, you saw it, you could hear it in the voices. And Chip Lindsey talked about it.
We talked about it last week. You got all the captains, Bredesen, people talking like, hey, this guy's really solid. It's like, all right.
Well, what's that tell you?
Yeah.
Mikey Keene is still a little beat up a little bit. Jaden Davis, I mean, he's in the count somewhere. I think he's either one or he's either 2 or 3. Because you got Garcia right there, too. So we don't know who number 2 is. I'm thinking maybe Jaden Davis because Garcia just got here.
Yeah,
he's got to get up to speed.
Personally assume Jaden just because of the familiarity with the program.
Right.
Once Mikey Keene's fully healthy, he's probably
right. No, I take that. But I mean, I was circling Monday. We're gonna see it because he said,
get ready.
I'll tell you guys on Media Day on Monday, right? That would have been new.
spoiled it for him.
Yeah. Yeah, that was a spoiler. That was a spoiler right there, dude.
Oh, well.
But it doesn't disappoint. Look, everybody assumed that young man was going to be that guy. You never know. You never know, but everybody was assuming that. And I'm going to say this. The way the players were talking about him during camp the whole time. Now, they were trying to sprinkle in all the quarterbacks are throwing the ball well, and all the quarterbacks were doing well, and all the quarterbacks. But who's taking the snaps? Who's doing this? Who's doing that? And when you talk to the receivers, you're catching the ball. Yes, he's throwing great balls and different things like that. You come around to it. You got around to it.
Yeah, and it's impossible not to get a little extra excited. It's like, hey, when there's you got this competition, even if they are all close, it's like, hey, this true freshman that hasn't even, seen a live game in season is looking at the very least as good as these other guys. It's impossible not to go, this guy feels special because he's,
it's the maturity that he carries, how he carries himself, the way he talks, he's not louding out, but it's the way he exudes in the huddle.
Absolutely.
It's the way he calls the plays. It's the way he carries himself. You can see that. And it's the way how I'm going to say this, he grew up in such a short time. He enrolled early, went down, got into bowl practice, graduated early, and then took off from there.
Yep.
And he's gained weight. He's done all the things that you can ask for that young man. You know what I'm saying?
And it's very different. There's something about being in the huddle. There's, the calmness that you want out of your quarterback. And hey, in practices, that's one thing. That's awesome. And that makes me think that it won't take that long for him to develop that in the live games. I still think, first game or two, there's a little bit of a, hey, this is the real thing. You come in a little bit nervous as a true freshman.
Obviously, you didn't hear what Bryce said.
No, I saw lots of quotes from the coaches and captains.
Bryce said, a few freshmen did start, but none like this one. That's what he was saying. I mean, that's the truth. It's someone he hasn't seen. We haven't seen a young man like that, built this way. I mean, this young man is now, 238? He came at 219. So, and I read it all. I had to see it in print. 230. I'm like, what?
Oh. Yeah.
And they were clowning. They were clowning him. Remember, they were saying, he's getting fat, he's getting fat, he's getting fat. No, kid's not fat.
Nah, he's bulking up.
He's bulking up. Oh, he has to too.
You're coming out of high school, like you still got second puberty to go, man. Like you gotta really go as someone who's tall and skinny and has tried to bulk up. Like, look, you got all the trainers, but you have to go out of your way to get big at 17, 18 years old. And the fact that he's able to do that, like, oh, he's looking like that. No, you guys they got no idea. So that's awesome.
I mean, everybody was, I think he's getting fat. I think he's getting fat. No. That young man, the body, you can tell that the body was looking for that. That's what it needed. That was and when you started feeding him and giving him more.
Pure calories.
Yes.
Like if you're trying to bulk up, look, he's probably in the gym at least twice a day down there, if not more, with trainers and dietitians and everything. And there's no way he's going to get fat. They're just like, hey, we need you to consume as many calories as possible, and we will turn you into this insane athlete.
No, and let me tell you something. It's his work ethic.
Oh, yeah.
It's what he has. It's what's inside him. I mean, he'd be fat and sloppy if he wanted to be. But he wanted to be bigger, stronger, better. He knew if he was going to get the number one spot, he was going to have to play and be able to be on that field. Dude, if
I want to be the best at the end, I got to be the best at the beginning, and that means I got to do all of this work starting right the F now.
My freshman year, I was 142 pounds. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Mhm.
It's funny because when I carried the ball, I would end up facing the other way. The
Yeah.
way I'm going, if I'm going north, I would end up pointing. My head would end up going south. That's how when I got hit.
Oh yeah, you're getting thrown when you get hit.
I'm getting picked up and thrown. Dude. I didn't have it
when,
in
when you're
the
that
tank.
light, you're trying to avoid getting hit. It's a little extra incentive to run around them.
And in Bo Schembechler's offense, we don't run out of bounds, son. We do not run out of bounds.
You lower the shoulder.
You go down, and I was so low they couldn't get low to the floor with me, baby. So I'm just telling you that. But that was the thing.
Mm-hmm.
It took me till my junior year. I felt strong enough that I could do the things I needed.
That you're actually starting to trying to run through people.
Going into my sophomore year, I'm going to say I was feeling stronger and everything like that. I did hurt my knee in my sophomore year against Florida State of all people. Third game of the season, hurt my knee, sprained it. It was just hurting. I don't know. Deion Sanders was in there. He's a freshman. I was a sophomore. I remember that game because we went deep on him with McMurtry a couple times and caught him up. Got 2 pass interferences on him. I'm just saying, man. Hey, I'm just saying. He would play the role now. He'd play that role. He was good. He wasn't prime time at the time. I'm just saying. But that being said, look, I didn't start my freshman year. I'm just saying the game I got to play in my sophomore year was a third game of the season against Wisconsin. Unfortunately, our starting tailback put his hand through a plate glass window.
Well played.
Up on campus, it happens. He had to get stitches and everything.
Stitches get sorted out. Yeah.
But his misfortune was
your start.
It's an opportunity. And I remember what Bo said. I can't believe I'm gonna start a 5'6" tailback at 142 pounds. I went, wow. Who's that?
Thanks.
I didn't know. I'm like, who's starting?
Like, hey man, have you read your own card? That's you. Those are your stats, brother.
I didn't have a card then. I was just listening to him going, yes, sir. I'm going, yes, sir, yes, sir. He goes, Terrell, he doesn't know what I just said to him. Can you update him?
This man's, glossy-eyed out here.
I'm just trying to listen to the man.
Hey, dummy, you starting.
Right.
Get ready.
But it's different. I know it's different. This young man, look, in his confidence, in his belief, he had to believe he was going to be the starter.
Oh, yeah.
He had to go in with that attitude. He had to go in, I need to take control of this. And he did.
Which honestly is, and both for what that does to your own performance and also as that role, like, you want that out of your quarterback specifically. Like, obviously, you have to have that in order to push yourself to be that. But that is definitely a role where, all right, when you see, or when the players around you see you with that confidence, that gives them that confidence, even if maybe they would typically look at a freshman and not quite, be like, hey, maybe we don't want the freshman, some of the other players, we want somebody more experienced. We want, someone that's familiar with our system. But no, they're like, all right, if he's that confident in himself, I guess we deserve that confidence in him.
Well, I mean, you think about it, and you said it really well. I mean, when you think about it, think about this. This young man had already committed to LSU.
Yeah.
He was going to LSU. And then all of a sudden, there was a crack. I don't know what the crack was. I can tell you some rumors that I heard and everything, but I don't know what the crack came. But he was ready to come home. He's ready to play for the University of Michigan. I mean, he grew up being a Michigan fan. So yeah, there was some good things, but I mean,
I'm curious. I mean, you obviously have your rumors, and people always say money, but all of the big schools can throw money at players. Now, for him, I'm wondering if it was just a conversation of, hey, we want to build a program around you. And LSU's like, hey, we want you as this person, but I don't look, I'm not intimately familiar with the culture at LSU, but I'm curious if Sharon just went, look, we want to build this whole program around you. And hearing that,
I think rumors and different things like that. Some of it was swirling right. It was telling him, we got enough money that can bring you home and make you happy.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And then, yes, we need you. We want to rebuild this. We want to win. We want to continue winning against Ohio State. We want to get back to the Big Ten championship. We want to someday have you lead us to a national championship. I mean, all of that. He watched all of that for those 3 years. When he was in high school, he watched the University of Michigan team that he grew up loving, going through all of that.
Like, we just lost a lot of people, and if we're rebuilding, we want you.
Yeah, you can help. You will be one of those people that brings back what we had. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
it's incredible, and that's what we thought. So Bryce Underwood. It's great that he is the starter. I appreciate him and what he's done thus far. Thus far, he's done a great job. Now, you know what I say. Are you a All-American State kid on the State Street, or can you get it done on Main Street?
Which side of the fence?
Exactly. Because, you can be all of that on State Street. You got to be a Main Street kid. I think he's a Main Street kid myself. But to get some help, and for Bryce and everybody else and everybody who's coming to the game, which is a night game, crazy, New Mexico, is our yearly weatherman, Gary Rizzo. What's up, Gary? How you doing?
Good afternoon. I'm doing great. By the way, I'm weathering a little shower here over Ann Arbor, a mile south of the stadium right now, but it'll come and go. Yeah, we're getting this early taste of fall. How about that?
What in the heck is It was hot.
I broke out the jacket,
long.
the long pants today.
Come on, Gary.
So did I, Bobby.
I got a hoodie on right now. It's a light one, but good God.
Well, I got my long pants on for the first time since I think Memorial Day, and that takes us back to late May. And I've got a long sleeve shirt, and I got my U of M track and field woolly vest on. So it's a short sleeve vest.
Ooh,
so
vest
I've got 3 layers. Yeah,
the man's
I got 3 layers on.
The man's got a vest on. It ain't time for a vest. I can't.
Well, I've got 3 layers on, and I'm at home, so needless to say, the air
I'm wearing a vest
off.
in bed under the covers. It's not that chilly, Gary.
Well, I'm one of those cold weather weenies. I've never liked cold weather, but rest assured, we'll get warm weather back. Well, next week it'll have to be after Labor Day. But in the meantime, this whole week will be fall-like. The warmest day will be Wednesday. Then we're going to reinforcing shot of cool air Thursday with showers.
Ooh.
And they'll come and go. And then game day is going to be not quite like today. It'll probably be a little milder.
Okay.
Hey,
So,
high 60s and sunny is perfect sports weather.
Yeah,
I don't care
that's
what
good.
sport you're playing.
That's good.
Yeah, well, as long as it's like with a light wind. So setting the table for August the 30th, 7:30 kickoff. The normal high is 79. The normal low is 61. The record is 97 in 1953, so it could still get very hot in late August. And the record low, 41 in 1976. Now, they were not playing football at the end of August in 1976. No, I know, because that was not a game day thing. The first game was, I think, it was after Labor Day, this first Saturday after Labor Day.
Mm-hmm.
So we didn't start that early back then. And sunset time in Ann Arbor will be at 8:11. So the game will start with sun low in the sky. Pre-game activities, I'm not going to be specific like I was last year. So generally expect a mix of sun and clouds Saturday afternoon through the mid-afternoon. The high will be around 73, so that's a little better than today. We'll have a north wind around 5 to 15. Now, at kickoff, I'll give you a partly cloudy sky, 68 degrees because we're getting close to sunset. So, Bobby, you were saying high 60s. You got it. 68 degrees at kickoff, low humidity, about 40%, northeast wind at 5, and then we'll have those light wind conditions throughout the game. Temperatures will fall slowly through the 60s. So we'll be in the low 60s by the end of the game with a wind less than 5 miles an hour. So generally in the 60s, falling through the 60s during the game, and a light wind, and no, rain chances are zero, flat out zero. I can guarantee that.
In Michigan, a week ahead of time, you're giving us a 0% chance. That is a bold move, but it does sound beautiful.
Well, we'll hear him again on Friday, so he'll break it down on Friday too. So whatever happens, we get 4 more days.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, well, you get a midweek update on Wednesday if you want, and then the final forecast on Friday. No, the rain I can give you that rain chance out of zero because any rain will be generally from North Dakota, South Dakota, Nebraska, west, and then along the U.S. Gulf Coast. So that puts us in the middle, and maybe in northern New England. So we're in the middle of dry weather. That's why I don't. And the jet stream also favors a very dry forecast here for the Great Lakes.
Love to hear it.
Well, I hate that we're getting that Canadian air coming down, Gary. That's the problem. Look, we've had it hot all summer long. Summer's not over.
No.
It's not over. Just because the kids went to school today. Yes, I know that. I had to put CJ on
Tomorrow's
the bus.
my first day of class. Yeah.
There you go. See, you get it.
So generally, yeah. Now next week, we'll cross that bridge, but the 80s will return next week. It won't be hot, but we'll have that summer feel. But it'll have to wait like an entire week.
It's like we're playing Texas all over. I mean, that was a cold game. Texas was a cold game for some reason.
Yeah, that was week 2, and the high was 62 degrees for the first Saturday. And that was we were setting record lows that weekend. So it will not be that extreme.
So Gary, it's going to be, would it have been hotter if we would have played at noon? I think it's cold because the sun's going to come down and we're going to be playing in at nighttime
under the lights. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, we would have been in the low 70s. The high is going to be 73 on Saturday, which would be around 4 or 5 o'clock. So if we'd have had a noon kickoff, the temperature would have risen to 73. And if we kicked off at 3:30, we would have started at 73. So yeah, this way, a lot of folks being outside, tailgating, milling around town. It's going to be ideal weather for that. Not hot, sun, some dim sun at times with the high clouds, a mix of sun and clouds, and then still a light wind because we don't want any strong wind with that.
That just means we got perfect tailgate weather, Gary.
Yeah, perfect tailgate weather, and then game time weather.
People got to bring a coat?
Not a coat, probably a sweater.
Okay.
Let's compromise with
or a vest if that's your style.
Yeah, you can do that sweater. You can do that sweater vest.
That's right.
You can do the sweater vest. That works.
Blue and yellow plaid.
There you go. There's nothing wrong with that. That's ongoing.
Yeah, it's pretty ideal. So, the first week, August 30th, nothing extreme, a little on the cool side, but as long as it's dry and any parking at the golf course would be great. The ground will be firm. If it rains Thursday, it's got 2 days to dry out.
Nice, Gary. We really appreciate you and welcome back. And we'll talk to you on Wednesday.
That's right. It's a go.
That's Gary Rizzo, our residential weatherman on Michigan football. We need to go to a break. We come back. We got more good stuff. We got a lot of stuff to catch up with. 53-man roster. We got to talk about that. We still got more to talk about Michigan football. The offensive line, the defensive, all the things to talk about. If you didn't watch that camp, I'll recreate it for you on the other side. You're listening to the M Zone on the Big 1050.
This is the M Zone.
And welcome back to the M Zone. Jamie Morris, Bobby Toth on the other side of the glass. Hey, folks, have you had a chance to sign up for Honorable Pest Control annual subscription plan? It's still going on. Their comprehensive program protects your home inside and out and from foundation to peak 4 times a year. Plus, they'll cover any unsuspected pest issue between treatments. It's like having pest insurance on your home. Call Honorable Pest Control at 734-436-3017. That's 734-436-3017. Or go to honorablepestcontrol.com. Honorable Pest Control, gives you a peace of mind. And we're back to talking about the roster and everything like that. What we think, I mean, everybody knows who the starting quarterback is, but I'm going to try to give you who the guys up front are. At running back, now this is 1A, 1B. I'm sorry. That's just the way it is. Jordan Marshall and Justice Haynes. I mean, 1A, 1B. That's what you got right there. Those guys, doesn't matter who's playing. It just make sure you get them the ball. And you got a running game. You can help out this young man with everything you need. You know what I'm saying?
100%.
I mean,
for running backs especially, having 2 great options,
right,
it makes a huge difference.
Well, we've had 2 options, Blake and Donovan.
Yeah.
For 2 years, and then you had what was it, Haskins?
Yeah,
you had Haskins and Blake.
Yeah.
So I mean, you've had some great tandems. You want to continue that tandem? You still have them going the right way. At wide receiver, Donovan McCulley, Samaji Morgan, and Frederick Moore. You got some other kids, Andrew Marsh and Kendrick Bell. And Peyton O'Leary. Good. That's a good. I think you'll see some improvement in the wide receiver department. Not just the quarterback. It's going to be the wide receivers too. They'll get some. I'm going to make a bold prediction.
Oh, yeah?
I'm not going to say 1,000 yards. I think we will have a wide receiver that'll get over 850 yards.
All right.
I think we will.
That's a very reasonable, very measured prediction. I like that.
Right. I think with the running game, the way it's supposed to be, and the way Michigan likes to run the ball, but they got a great arm back there. They got to use that arm. So I think they're gonna. I mean, most teams are gonna stack up and try to stop the run. That's what they're gonna want to do because they know Michigan wants to run the ball.
Yeah.
So you're gonna have to go over the top every now and then.
100%. How much? I mean, look, he's big. He's obviously mobile, but being a new quarterback, getting used to a new system, how many designed runs, how much running do you think Bryce is going to end up doing?
I think you will have a lot of RPO.
Yeah.
I think there'll be RPO.
I mean, he's obviously big. He's physical. He can run.
Right.
But
I think they'll say, we want you to get down too. They look,
get us 6 yards and hit
get
the
out
deck.
of bounds.
Yeah.
Get out of bounds.
Yep.
Or get to the ground.
Yep.
You don't have to take those big hits.
We don't need you being a hero right now.
He doesn't need to show you got man strength or anything like that. We don't need that. We got running backs for that.
When you're a junior, maybe we'll have you do that.
Exactly.
Right now, get us 6 yards and keep yourself safe.
Get yourself out of bounds. Or slide, baby, slide. Worst sliding quarterbacks I've ever seen. They just got to slide. Looking at the tight ends, you got Marlon Klein and Max Bredesen. That's a good pair right there. And, that's going to be a good pair. Offensive line, Evan Link, GL Hade, Greg Crippen, Nate Effabo. I tried. Andrew Sponge. I think you got Sprague. Sprague.
Yep.
I think you got guys that have come back. They're used to it. Evan Link had a chance to move over to the other side He's got to own that position.
Mm-hmm.
Got to keep him off his back. That the job of the offensive line is to block, run block, but they've got to do pass blocking too.
Yeah.
That's the most important thing. Give this young man some time. Because if they give him time, he can make things happen. He can make some things happen. Now, everybody, I don't know if you obviously, I don't know if you saw the camp, the Big Ten camp, and they went in and talked to the coaches and everything. When you talk to Wink Martindale. Wink Martindale is very confident.
Mm-hmm.
He said, I think we're better than last year's team. I think we're better than last year's team. And what he said was, but we're younger.
Yeah,
we
clearly
don't have the maturity that team had from a defensive standpoint.
Yeah,
we've got to get some maturity. We got to get some of this. But he thinks he's got a defense. He's got defensive linemen where he can rotate. His edge rushers have a lot of experience there. Also,
yeah.
So I mean, you got Derek Moore, Rayshon Benny, Trey Williams, and TJ Guy.
Yeah.
So you got some guys, and then you got some rotating guys coming in too. Damon Payne, Trey Pierce, and Dom Nicholas. I mean, you got some guys that can get it done.
Mm-hmm.
So I and then
a couple solid transfers too.
Yeah. And then you're I think, and that could be question of the day. What's the best position that we're set in? It's got to be
other than
linebacker. Got to be linebacker.
Not running back, but yeah, linebacker.
I just say Ernest Hausman and Josiah.
Josiah Burnham, Derek Moore.
I mean, you got some guys, Jimmy Rolder and Cole Sullivan. I mean, those are four starters right there.
Yeah, getting some upperclassmen transfers, a couple redshirt freshmen. Yeah.
Right. So you got some guys. I mean, Jair Hill. I think he's got his mind set on being that guy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
he's got that mindset.
I mean, losing Rod Moore last year, it seemed like our DBs just in general felt a little bit lacking. But having to step up, and now
they played. They've got playing time.
Exactly.
That's the thing. It makes them. That's what I think. Wink wants to get them on the field and get them. Get that playing time under their belt.
100%. And it's like, hey, you got training out of necessity, and now you're better, and one of our best guys is back. So I'm actually pretty confident in our DB room.
Right. And I think I think Zeke Berry. I mean,
he really stepped up towards the back half of last year. So I'm pumped to see him this year.
And Rob Moore, speaking of Rob Moore, we don't know when he's coming back, but we know he's hey, they said he's running full speed now. They said he's at top speed. So that's a good thing.
Yeah.
So you're hearing more and more about him.
We'll see how far into the season before he's, starting.
Right.
But yeah, the fact that he seems fully healthy at least is sweet.
I mean, that's great. So you got some guys.
What position are we the best at, Jamie? Obviously, it's kicker. Dominic Zavada is my savior. I love this.
Exactly. Zavada's
best
your
kicker
guy
in the country. Come on now.
He is. He's the best kicker. He is. I mean, what are you gonna do? That guy gets it done.
Our backup kicker's name is Beckham. I mean, he has to be great. But regardless,
I knew you'd like that. And what's his name? Holbeck?
Hudson our punter. Holbeck? Yeah, Hudson Hollenbeck.
Hollenbeck. I mean, he's going to be good too. Is that 6-foot kid?
I think
6'9" kid?
Ooh. 6'9" is huge.
I mean, he's huge. He is a tall drink of water. Just saying.
It says he's 6'20", so I think that's a typo, but
6'20". Okay. Now that's big somebody. That's something that maybe that's a little foreign, a little error, but okay. But I mean,
yeah,
you got those guys. I think
we've got good depth at like multiple positions.
Well, so the defensive line, they can rotate like a hockey team now.
Yep.
They're back rotating out and in. They get out and in, which is great.
You want you want success. You tire out that O-line.
Exactly. You keep beating them down. You give them guys that already have rest. You keep pounding that offensive line until submission.
And as long as the DBs don't give up any bombs, then their offense stays on the field, and you have an opportunity to wear them down like that.
Right.
So
I mean, these are guys that can get it done.
Mm-hmm.
And they're going to be hungry. Look, their position. The coordinator says this is the best we've had. So he thinks they're better than what they had last year. I think there's better communications between coaches and players. You know what I'm saying? The coaches. If you think about it, we were off schedule. We didn't have coaches there when spring ball happened last year. That's true, because
a lot of rotating.
It's like they just threw those coaches in, and they had to play catch up.
Yeah,
and the kids didn't really know. And there's a lot to this. The kids didn't really know these coaches. There's a lot of trust involved.
Oh, absolutely.
You know what I'm saying?
The familiarity,
exactly.
Just getting, because then you're spending more time trying to figure out what the coach is telling you instead of practice what they're actually trying to get through.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah.
And you need that cohesiveness. And that's what happened at the end of the season. Hey, Wink said, what do you guys want to run? And they told him what they want to run. They knew exactly and how they could play in different things.
Mm-hmm.
And that's how they balled up.
Mm-hmm.
And that's when they became a great defense. And that's what they need now. They need the coaches that believe in them. They know them. And now there's a cohesive group. And now
you can start working on those finer points, really starting to become something special.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. And that's what you needed. I mean, that's exactly what you needed, because I'm gonna say this. That was ugly in the beginning. And for a minute, it was there for a minute. They weren't used to one another.
Hey, it is what it is. It was not
the
pretty.
Coaches were. That Texas game. What are you calling? And why are we running this? I mean, that's what I saw.
Yeah.
But I mean, you know what? Each week and every week, they didn't give up on themselves. They stayed together. They kept working on it. They kept doing things to get it right.
Mm-hmm.
And then the coaches said, what do you guys want to run? What do you want to run?
What are you comfortable doing?
Right.
Let me help you make that better.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And so once they got on the same page, that's all you need now.
Yeah.
They believe in one another. The players believe in the coaches, and the coaches believe in the players. There was a lot of you can't have
growing pains.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, and it's tough because you want to know this coach, you want to believe in this coach, but you're used to that old coach who left, and saying, "Well, that's not how we did it." Well, that's how we doing it now.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So you get to that. There was a lot of push and shove there. Hey. So now they're ready. They're on the same page. Everybody feels comfortable. Everybody believes in their individual coach, and everybody believes in the defensive coordinator.
Mm-hmm.
So now that you have that, that's a cohesive unit.
Mm-hmm.
And we just need to play complementary offense and defense.
Ooh, baby.
You got to play it. That's what you need to do. And so Michigan's got to be Michigan, and Chip Lindsey's got to be Chip Lindsey. I mean, if you see something open, don't be afraid. Throw that. Throw it. Don't take a chance. That young man to get that ball there.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not afraid of him. I know what he can do. I saw what he can do with that football. He can spin it. He can really spin it. So I believe in him, and he believes in himself. So, hey, everything's green light.
Mm-hmm.
Everything is green light. It should be, unless they take it away from you. If they take it away from you, then you can't run the ball. You can't throw the ball. The things that they're trying to take away, just run the things they're not trying to take away. They'll give you things. That's what that defense is going to do. And it's game week, so let's have fun.
Mm-hmm.
This is the fun time. You got it all in. You had last week to get the game plan in. Now it's about all execution.
Mm-hmm.
It's about execution. I mean, it's not like we're playing We're not playing the sisters of the poor, but we're not playing.
Yeah,
we're not playing the number one team in the country.
It's the
either.
ideal game to, all these freshmen. Hey, get the nerves out now. Like, it's one thing being confident in practice, games, and the full stadium being packed. Like that's a whole different beast. So having a little more relaxed game to get to work through that is going to be big. We asked this question yesterday. What do you think is going to be a larger margin of victory, New Mexico or Purdue?
Oh, wow. I'm going to say Purdue. Because it's the first game.
Yeah, settled into the season.
You're going to get everything. Yes, you're already settled into the season with Purdue, but it's the first game of the year.
Mm-hmm.
It's a tough game. This is the
an adjustment game.
Right.
Yeah.
You need to find out, because you know what the biggest change you'll see over the season will be that second game. Because actually have it on tape. You actually, all the coaches, when they told you in practice what you needed to do, it all shows up on tape.
Mm-hmm.
It all shows up, and and those coaches said, I told you to do this. I told you to get 10 yards back, not 5 yards back. I told you to do this. I told you that step. You need to take that step running back, and you
real
didn't do
game
it.
film.
Right.
Yeah.
You got film, and in the eye in the sky never lies. That's the thing. You learn the eye in the sky never lies. I told you guys the
camera on the string caught you lacking.
Exactly. I mean, I need you to be full out. I need you to do this. I need you to do that. And that's what they're going to learn, that look, if you're that aficionado, you're going to get to it.
Actually, Jamie, I got a question for you kind of on that. And maybe I'm, just out of the loop or ignorant, not knowing this. Do they set up cameras and film practices regularly?
Yes. Yeah. And here's the thing. It's great. In practice, they have these huge monitors.
Yeah, TV monitors on the sidelines.
Sidelines. So every play they run,
hey, check out what you just did.
You can come back and watch you on that play.
Yeah, okay.
They run back that play, and it runs until they run the next play.
I assumed that they would do this, but I'm like, I've never actually seen film from practices.
No, they watch as soon as if somebody messes up, and
you want immediate feedback, we gonna give you immediate feedback,
bite you and everything, and he's yelling and screaming about something. Well, he's yelling and screaming, and you better be you better go to the scoreboard quick and say, no, I did this and this. I did everything that you told me to do.
And that is true, because sometimes as a player, again, in any sport, there's always going to be moments. I don't care who you are, how good or bad, or how much you love your coach. Your coach is going to say something to you, and you're going to go, you are full of it. There's no way I just did that. There's no way that play happened the way you thought. And then you go to it, and you can either be like, hey, so it's not quite that, or, oh, damn, you got me. That is exactly what happened.
My bad. Then you own it. My bad. You're right. I did what you told me. What you told me not to do. I did it. I got you. I understand it. And the guys behind you that are watching you, they see it too on film.
And that accountability, I think, is really good for both players and coaches in that environment. So, hell yeah.
No, it's good. It's always good to see yourself right away. I'm going to tell you what, that's the best thing ever. I know. I'm going to say this. I know Bo wish he could have had that. I know everybody. I remember I used to get into arguments and, no, I ain't do that. And then we'd be in practice. We would
hire people to sit up in the stands watching plays. Hey, Bo calls up, hey, did Jamie actually miss this? Yeah, he missed it. I told you, Jamie.
Yeah, exactly. So it's just crazy. And but now they get a chance to see if they missed it. They get a chance to see if if it's this or that and everything like that. So it's great. So I love it. I love it. It's great for them. It's great. You get to watch on the go. You know what I'm saying? And you can change that in real life. That's the coolest thing. Yeah. You get to change up. You got me. You guys caught me.
Because during real games, even though the film may be a little bit more beneficial afterwards, you're not watching anything that just happened throughout the game. I don't even think at halftime they'd have a chance to look at stuff that happened.
No, they can't. They don't, and they'll go over what the main defenses they're running and different things like that.
Yeah.
What's their what is their trending? What are they doing in the game? They're blitzing. They're doing this. They're trying to stop the run.
Oh, yeah.
They got more guys to the line of scrimmage.
But yeah, the little
things
that
like
individual players
Right.
do, you don't get to see that and make a change mid-game like you can in practice. So.
No. So, I mean, the greatest thing about practice is that, you know what? You get to look up at that board and you see yourself running and doing everything.
And I'm sure they even
exactly.
have moments without the coaches be like, oh, I can do this better. I
Mhm.
can do this differently.
Right.
So,
and
nice.
I didn't get my block. I didn't hook. I
Mhm.
didn't hook my guy.
And
I didn't
honestly,
get
if they catch it themselves, that's probably even better than the coach.
Well, it's
having
even
to tell
better,
them.
yeah, because you see it and you saw it. You're like, oh, I'm gonna get cussed out in tomorrow's film room tomorrow with coach. Because you go and see your individual coach and you watch.
I don't want
that
coach
film
chewing me out.
yourself.
I don't want my teammates going, hey, man, you really screwed me on this play. You're like, nope, I saw what I did. I ain't going to do that again.
Right.
So.
You ain't gonna see that again. And it's good. Because hey, there's nothing wrong about doing yourself scouting yourself.
Mhm.
There's nothing wrong with that. Or watching yourself and changing what you are. You got to be that person. Some people, they're hard. I didn't do it. Now you look at the film. You got.
Yeah, you did.
I did do that, and everything. You got caught. So I mean, that's the key. And you just try to keep it. You just kind of keep it 100. I mean, that's the key. And I'm sure everybody appreciates that. And the cool thing is, everybody's got an iPad now.
Mhm.
On that team, and they see the cuts they get. They send the kids cuts and different things like that, so they can watch practice and different things like that and what they did. And coaches put cuts in there that they want. They tell, hey, make sure you send these to these running backs. You send these to the wide receivers. Make sure the offensive linemen see this and see that. And you get a chance to watch yourself. That you're on film. We see you. You don't see yourself. What's going on? So, I mean, I think it would have been great. We just didn't have that time. I mean, that's just crazy. That's crazy, though. I thought that was the coolest thing when Jim Harbaugh brought that to Michigan. They had that board up there. I'm like, what are you doing, man? You can see yourself run? Okay. It's kind of cool.
Oh, if that's new with Harbaugh, that was really cool then.
Yeah. Yeah. He brought that here. And it was, watching that. Maybe I may be right. Yeah, I think so. I don't remember it any other time. Nobody's. I mean, no. I think that was him, and that was a good thing.
It clearly made a difference.
It does. It makes a whole lot of difference because it proves whether the coach was right or the player's right. You know what I'm saying? You want it to be equal. But sometimes it outweighs it. The player may say, I told you I was doing what you told me to do.
I'm seeing something completely different from what you're seeing.
Exactly. So, I mean, why you cut back on that? Oh,
because it wasn't a hole.
Right. I went a little bit wider, coach, because that guy got handled and the ass swung the other way.
Mm-hmm.
I used to say, hey, you, and the coach would say, are you reading the butts? Are you reading the butts? Oh, I'm reading the hell out the butts. I got it. I got you, man. I got you.
Oh, just like they bought those sweatpants with words on the back.
Yeah. There you go. Exactly, man. It was crazy. I mean, you had to learn them. And dude, I appreciate those because we used to do that and play around and say, okay. And you go, don't girls wear those pants? Who cares?
If it helps us win, it helps us win.
Exactly.
Someone just writes, hi, Jamie, on the back of the
right.
Get
Roll
the ball.
with
What
me.
the?
Right. Roll with me. I'm like, okay, that's different. All right. Okay. Anyway, we need to go to a break. We come back. We're going to talk some Lions football.
Ooh, baby.
It's crazy, man.
Ooh, baby.
I mean, Lions, where do you have them in the power in your power structure? I mean, are they the number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4?
Those are all
teams?
numbers. Yeah, I don't.
I'm just saying.
Mm-hmm.
Where do you have them after last year? Where do you have them? Because a lot of people told me it should have been the year before when they were in San Fran. Yes, they should have got to the Super Bowl. They should have beat San Fran. They were winning by 21 points at halftime.
Yep.
And the machine fell apart.
Yep.
And then this year.
And then this past year, just like injuries. I mean, I truly think every team has injuries, but if we have 50% of those injuries, as long as one of them's also Hutch, I think we're a Super Bowl caliber team.
Yeah.
Like random stuff happens, but like that was just so unfortunate.
That was crazy. That was crazy how things I mean, they were
23 injuries throughout the season. That doesn't happen.
Literally, guys were going on IR play after play after play.
Yeah.
I mean, you're like, what? Guys were just getting injured, and you're like, I can't believe that. I can't believe that.
Ugh.
Well, we're going to go to a break. We'll come right back. You're listening to the M Zone on the Big 1050.
This is the M Zone.
And welcome back to the M Zone. Jamie Morse, Bobby Toth on the other side of the glass. Big Sweet, he'll be here. He'll be here in the reckon. I reckon about 4:30. He said about 4:30. That's what he said. But we'll get to him. We gotta talk about these Lions.
Ooh, baby.
I mean, what do the Lions do? Do the Lions get? I mean, Lions. I mean, and I know it's preseason, and they really didn't play their starters much. They didn't play. I mean, Jared Goff did not get any gameplay in the, I'm going to say, preseason, but he got team practice with the other teams. That's what he got.
Yeah.
He got good practice there, and he went up against the number ones, against the teams that they took on, which were the Texans and the Dolphins. So they got good. They said they had good practices there. But I mean, now you got to look at this Lions list. I mean, and I mean, the top version is, I mean, how many quarterbacks they're going to keep?
I mean, obviously you have to have 2. It's ideal to have 3. I know there's rumors they might pick up Kyle McCord from the Eagles. He just got cut, but
Kyle McCord got released?
Yeah. That just happened, I think.
Wow.
Yeah.
Dude. And then you said Hendon Hooker got cut.
Yep, that was within the last couple days. It was official. I fully expected that to happen.
You didn't see Hendon doing anything special?
No, and it's one where he's more mobile than Kyle Allen, and obviously that's a big draw to a lot of, modern offenses.
Right.
But the biggest thing is, and again, preseason, talk about it however you want, but in the preseason game against the Eagles, which I was fortunate to go see in person, he just, I couldn't even tell. It didn't seem like he was outrageously inaccurate. There was just no completed passes for like more than 5 yards. Maybe there was 1 or 2.
Was that receiver's fault, or was that his fault, or was a combination of both?
Again, it could be. Like, I'm not going to, I can't confidently put that all on him, but they had pretty much the entire same roster for the first half and the second half. The only difference was first half was Kyle Allen. Second half was Hendon Hooker. And look, Tesla, and like, I think they had Tim Patrick in there and then a bunch of the other rookies. And there was a bunch of completed passes, and we were consistently moving the chains, and we just were getting stuffed over and over again with Hendon Hooker in there. So all the dump off passes, all the screen passes, he can move well, he can scramble well, but at the end of the day, quarterback's got to be able to throw the ball, and
you're right.
You got to make up a chunk of yards. And even if like a mobile quarterback offers you a little bit of consistency, like if you can't get 30 yards out of nowhere, somewhat reliably, it just is not going to work out. So I kind of expected this to happen, and I expected Kyle Allen to be named number 2. We'll see if they sign Kyle Allen, or Kyle McCord from the Eagles.
McCord.
Got our 2 backup Kyles.
Syracuse.
Syracuse to the Eagles,
and the Eagles. The Eagles did some things too.
Yeah,
they moved some players. They moved offensive linemen around. Kennard was a lineman they wanted to keep, but they ended up trading him, moving him to the Vikings, I think.
Yeah, and then they got Sam Howell from the Vikings.
Back.
Yeah.
So they brought another offensive lineman back from the Jacksonville Jaguars. Did you see that?
Oh, I did not see that one.
Yeah, they brought another one back. And why are you talking about them? Because they're the Super Bowl champs. That's why I'm talking about.
We still got another week or 2 of talking about the Eagles a bunch. Fine. You're still great.
I'm not saying they were great. I'm just saying, right now the Eagles are the team that everybody's looking up at. You know what I'm saying? Right now, they're the Super Bowl champs. I have nothing against them. Was I tired of the Chiefs winning?
That was like such a cathartic moment for, I think, everyone
Did you see the Kingdom? Have you seen? Are you
Chiefs
watching
Kingdom?
the Chiefs Kingdom?
Not really.
It's on ESPN, and they have 6 episodes. It's pretty good. It tells you where they came from.
Yeah. No, I'll check it
how
out.
they get to where they are and everything like that. It led all the way up to the Super Bowl, last year's Super Bowl.
Yeah.
And it's revealing. It's kind of revealing.
I'll have to check that out.
Yeah,
it did feel cathartic for everyone just watching the Chiefs. There was like a sigh of relief early in the game of just like, oh, fantastic. The Eagles just got this. Like everyone who wanted to see the Chiefs lose, there was more people. The Eagles got turned on quicker than the Patriots. You know what I'm saying? You mean the Chiefs got turned on quicker?
Yeah.
The dynasty got annoying faster than it did with Tom Brady.
For them, but see, here's the thing. They actually spoke it.
That's true.
They actually said, we want to win 3. We want to win 3 in a row.
They were saying the 3
Nobody's ever done it.
Happening.
We want to do it. This is what we want to do. And for them to come out and talk about it
just made everyone want to stop it even more. Yeah.
Right. Everybody wanted to stop it. The Taylor Swift thing with Travis Kelce.
Again, just additional media. It's like, we are tired of seeing the Chiefs.
Right.
And it's like, you guys won't stop talking about it. And now with Taylor Swift, which I don't hate as much as a lot of people, but it was just more Chiefs coverage. And it's like, please, somebody put them into place.
They're in the heartland.
Yeah.
They were in the heartland. And, you don't see much of the heartland getting recognition like that and different things. I mean, you have one of the best quarterbacks in the league.
Yeah.
And now I'm getting a lot of people telling me
that Mahomes is
he's
over the hill.
No, that he's on a revenge tour.
Ooh.
He will be on a revenge tour and he will serve up. He's angry. He took receipts. So he knows.
I'll have to keep that in mind for my fantasy drafts.
I'm just letting you know. No, it's just they
Well, because he wasn't even in the MVP conversation. People talk about who are the best quarterbacks in the NFL right now, and
he wasn't throwing it downfield. I mean, they methodically moved the ball.
Yeah.
They ran the ball. They did the things, the little things. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
To win those games, it's not like they were blowing teams out. They won
a lot of games that were all close. And it was just like, hey, we're just doing all the little stuff good consistently.
To the point everybody was saying it was the referees. The referees were helping the Chiefs out. Just like the Patriots used to get accused of. The Patriots are getting helped by the referees. Everybody loves Tom Brady. Everybody loves. That's what happens.
We need the big market teams to do well. It's like, hey, the Lions are the sweethearts or one of the sweethearts of the NFL right now. So help a brother out. Like, can we get some of that?
Were the most
love?
Watched team last year on television.
Underdog
Everybody
story with an insane offense. It's like, yes, I want to watch this team.
Lions were a great team. I mean, yes, everybody loved them. They craved them more and more. Look,
zebra love.
Like you said, the thing that hurt the Lions was the injuries. Injuries on defense. I mean, to the point where we're just going to go blitz. We'll go get them.
Yeah.
We just got to go get them. You guys, just go get them. And you guys in the back, take care of the back.
Even if we still had 20 injuries, if we had Hutch and 2 of our starting safeties, that alone, and we're probably like immediately in the Super Bowl.
Yeah, no, you are. I get it. Oh. And what happened to Washington? It's even better for the NFC because what happened to Washington is coming in like that.
Yep,
that's awesome.
Yeah.
So I mean, yep, Big Sweet's on there.
Oh,
he's backstage, ready to come on. I got. He's right there. See him right there. You doing? What you doing, man?
Man, just got out of the doctor's office, the podiatry. I'm ready to do some crip walking. So, man, if you see a big old brother on YouTube crip walking, that's me.
I hear you, man. I hear you.
That's 2 Snoops in a trench coat.
Yeah.
Big Sweet, we were talking, and you called right. I mean, you came in at the right time. I told you you're gonna come in the 53-man roster, and hey, Hendon Hooker.
It's official. He gone.
He gone.
hey, this is a tough time. It can be a happy time of year or a tough time of year. And the inside, as I was telling you earlier, man, we've had some of our liveliest meetings over cuts, and potential cuts, and coaches standing on the tables for their guys, and that whole thing. Has been some good arguments going on in the past. Now, I don't know if these guys still do it that way, but there's been some couple good damn near drag out knockouts over cuts.
Okay, so set the tone for me. Are coaches standing up for their guys, or are it's the offense versus the defense, and the head coach and the GM are sitting there looking at one another? What? Put me in the room.
Well, the way we used to do it is we sit there and we go position by position, and and each position coach will give their assessment of what they see, but also during training camp the scouts are in town, so you have the scouts also chiming in, and they watch film every day, and so everybody would give their opinion, and but this is continually during camp. It's not just like this week, but every 2 days we have a team meeting about personnel, and each guy will go over his room. Each coach will go over his room and say what he thought he saw, what he didn't see, and then but all the coaches watch film. They watch the offensive coaches watch the games, and then the defensive coaches watch the game, and everybody watches their positions and that kind of thing. But now you get down to, there's obvious, most of the starters are kind of in place pretty much. And the Jared Goffs and those kind of guys, Ross A. Brown. But, when you start getting into making the team, that's when it gets interesting, because
at number 3, number 4 at every position. Yeah,
exactly. That's when it gets interesting, because, the coach, and it depends on the structure of your front office. If the coach has the final say, then he's going to make the final decision. If the GM has the final say, he's going to make the final decision. But leading up to that final decision, we've had some good old fashioned brawls about about guys, and you want to cut a guy, and the coach stands up on the table, and just like in life, man, sometimes coaches are more animated, and some are laid back, and sometimes they think that the more animated they are, the more attention they'll get, and then it just comes down to the final say so of whomever has the final say so. Is it the head coach? Is it the GM? Do they work? How well do they work together also? And then in a lot of places, the owners are involved as well, because, you're also talking about salaries on some of these guys, and if you're tight on salary cap, and you want to make a bold decision, you want to make sure that the owner is in step with you, and before you do that kind of stuff. So that's probably what's going on down in Dallas.
90% of the other player, but 50% of the price. So
right. And then the other intangible that goes on is the pro scouts. Your pro scouting department has gone to all the preseason games and covered. So you're also eyeballing who someone else might cut. And if someone else cuts a guy, you say, "Oh man, well he's better than what we got." If Tampa Bay lets that one safety go, then we got to get in line and try to get him. Or
we were just talking about that with the Eagles, because the Eagles just cut what is it? Not Kyle Allen. That's our current number 2. Kyle
McCord.
Thank you, from the Eagles. So it's like, do we pick him up as our QB3 now?
Well, that's the thing too. Remember last time we were kind of chatting, I told you that agents can be your best friends or your worst enemies, right? So I'm under the theory, I always like having agents in my back pocket or being friends with them. And that way, like, for instance, a young man that you just mentioned that got cut, if I'm tight with his agent, I'm going to ask for the first visit out of them, hey, and then the real agent will ask you your prediction on, or he'll already have in his mind your team at that position. Oh, they don't need running backs. Why would they come after him? But the Texans really need him. They need a running back. So, I'm more than likely going to deal with the Texans. That all that kind of enters the picture as intangibles. And then you have another scenario. A guy might make a team, might make the 53, but just like I said, but Tampa Bay cut a guy that you think is better than the guy you kept. Now, the other intangible is the practice squad. The NFL did themselves a favor by upping the number of practice squad guys. And that way you can keep a guy around and you put him on the practice squad. Now, another team can still sign him, but he'd have to go to their active roster. You can't go from practice squad to practice squad.
Right.
So if I want to pick up that Eagles practice squad guy, when I pick him up, he's got to come to my active roster, my 53-man roster.
Yeah, that was increased. The new practice squad size is 17 players. So
yeah,
that's
so
now.
Yeah, that and as we talked about before, man, those practice squad guys are making a couple $100,000.
Right.
So
yeah,
it's better to be on the. It's better to be a practice squad guy than be on the street.
Still in the circle, there's a chance somebody still needs you to step up. So
exactly. So
for Hendon Hooker, you can still get him on the practice squad if he goes unclaimed. So I mean that could be attacked. That the Lions are attacking too.
He was saying Hendon Hooker could still be around on the practice squad if he goes unclaimed. Personally, I think there's been kind of so much. I mean, I hate to just use the word disrespect, but it feels like there's just been so much negativity in Detroit towards Hendon Hooker. I'm not sure if keeping him around on the practice squad is worth it.
That won't sway a coach's or a percent. That won't
Hendon Hooker.
Yeah, that won't sway a guy's thinking or the final decision maker, whomever it is. That won't sway him whether the fans like him or not. He strictly has to go off of now. Those kind of thoughts they do enter the picture, doing free agency and all that. How much, we had a player back in the day. I'm not gonna mention any names, but he was up for contract negotiations and. Personally, I thought his
opinion as a bargaining chip or sort of an influence towards him.
Well, I thought his days were kind of numbered, right? So, but he was a very popular figure in the city. So I say to myself, in our meetings, are we going to pay for a guy's persona or are we going to pay for his play? And, those are the kind of, decisions. That's more or less free agency when you're dealing with veteran kind of guys and that kind of thing. But the team roster, making the 53-man roster is still a tough decision and it's still something. But with the number of practice squad guys, you still can stick around a little bit longer, and it's easier to stick around than back in our day. You get cut, you dang near go home and pray somebody else calls
you. Want to get calls, and you gotta make your agents gotta make calls for you. Hey, do you need somebody? Are you looking for somebody? You guys got a running back, you got an offensive lineman. We got this, we got that.
And so then you also got the the free agency period or non-drafted free agent kind of guys. And you kind of pick, you know who they are. And scouting departments are very, very thorough in the NFL. I will say that. There aren't any happenstance kind of guys. These guys, the better staffs really put in good time watching film and evaluating players. But I don't think there's really a horrible scouting staff anywhere in the league. So, as we were talking about with the Shedeur Sanders draft scenario back in the day, I got to side with my NFL brethren, man. If they figure he was a fifth rounder, he was a fifth rounder, or maybe he might a third rounder or something, but
Third
not
round
to
talent
be.
with too much baggage. Yeah.
Yeah, or whatever the case was,
Gotta
but
throw the ball
he
away.
wasn't a
Can't be
he wasn't
rolling
a top
down.
3 or 4 pick. Yeah, he wasn't a
Right.
top 3 or 4 pick in the draft. So I side with my NFL brethren on that. And there's some pretty professional guys that evaluate talent in the NFL. If you can become one of them, and most teams have a professional staff. They meet, they dissect things, they go over them very thoroughly. And I'm gonna give all the clubs the benefit of the doubt. There's some dumb decisions made, but sometimes it's not strictly because of talent. It's because something else got in the mix, the owner, or some money got in the mix, or something got in the mix other than just evaluating talent.
Just because I'm curious, Larry, like how many scouts are like most organizations like employing or running with these days, or when you were there?
You basically have 2 scouting staffs. One is a collegiate staff
Mm-hmm.
that they travel the country and scout. All the not all, but it's the way they kind of do it, or we used to do it, is you have about 7 or 8, 9 college scouts, and they're covering the country all season long. They want to evaluate a guy in 3 different phases: the beginning of the season, the middle of the season, and the end of the season, and compare their notes. Is he still playing as good as he was in the beginning of the season? Did his play drop off? Did it stay consistent? Or did he get better? Those are kind of questions you answer by doing that. And then you got the pro scouts. Most teams have at least a couple to 3 pro personnel guys.
Mm-hmm.
You have a pro personnel director, and their job is to understand the league, know the rest of the league like the back of their hand, other teams' rosters, other teams' salaries, other
Predicted
teams'
moves that other teams are going to make. Yeah.
Yeah, other teams' salary caps. So when it's time for free agency, those guys are the guys that you go to say, well, so and so got to, they got to either pay him, or he might not. He got to get off the block, or they might put a franchise tag on him, or those are the guys that kind of
It's worth
advise.
trying to make a move for this guy because they think that the other organization would be open to it.
Yes, or you might be struggling at inside linebacker, and they got a guy you like who.
Did Larry get stuck? Yeah.
That as a starter for them, but you think he could be even more of a Pro Bowl, or I'm sorry, let's do it this way. There's maybe a guy that's a backup on another team that you think could be a starter on your team. So, you got to try to decide if that team is going to pay him or franchise him or not. And if so, then, you talk about whether you want to pay the monies that it takes, because he's been tagged as a franchise player or another tag. Or you kind of guess what his salary might be. He
Mm-hmm.
might be making $2 million as a backup, but you're willing to go $4 million to pay him to come be your starter. So all those kind of things enter the picture. But once again, my aforementioned statement, most teams, it's a science. It really is. When I first got into the front office, and I think a lot of us former players do the same thing. We think because we played the game, we know it all and that kind of thing, and you kind of cocky. But man, no, there is a business. There is a science to this thing, and you got to learn it. You got to learn it. And once you learn it, I think some of us do better, because we talked about the other day, we have the abilities to talk to players, and we earn their trust factor on signings and things we tell them in most part. So I think there are some advantages to hiring a former player in your front office as a GM or head of something with some kind of title.
Are there a lot of
So-
player scouts? Sorry, Jamie.
No, you're fine.
Is it common for ex-players to like be on the scouting teams?
Yeah. They're most teams will have 3 or 4 former players on their scouting arena, whether it's pro or college. But yeah, a lot. And then as you see in a lot of cases now, going back to the John Elways and now the John Lynches, and those guys are becoming, they're hiring more and more former players as general managers now. And I think there's something there's something to that, an advantage to that, personally. And I just, speaking from my own personal experience,
Mm-hmm.
I was able to get things done that I know someone that didn't have my background could do. And I finally, sometimes, man, it's so, when you start getting into the NFL, you got egos, and then there's another private rift that kind of goes on in NFL front offices, and that is the former players versus non-former players. The non-former players want to really prove to the former players, that they really know what they're doing. And the former players are crazy enough to tell the non-former players, you don't know what you're talking about. And there's some of those arguments that go on behind the scenes too, where, the former players, we all are kind of cocky. Say, that dude ain't played a down in his life. How you gonna tell so-and-so how to help?
High school. What is he doing here?
No, he
Right.
hasn't played since he played.
How to
It was
line up. How you gonna tell somebody how to line up, especially, when the coaching staff or some of the owners and GMs go to these young, cheap guys that they can hire, and with cheaper salaries, and then you got a college walk-on at Grand Valley State trying to coach an all-pro tight end, and that's when there's issues too. So there's a lot of hidden issues that go on in the NFL because of egos and that kind of thing. So, for a general manager or a head coach, to be able to orchestrate all that, that's on them. You got to be able to pull your organization together. You can tell the ones that really aren't together and the ones that are.
Well, Larry, hold that thought. We gonna come right back. We're glad you could get in and get what you said, and you went exactly the way I wanted you to go, because people need to know what goes on in the thinking, putting that 53-man roster together. So we're gonna come back and talk more about that. Okay.
All right.
We're going to a break. We'll be right back. You're listening to the M Zone on the Big 1050. Lions predict to trade for a stout run defender on the edge to strengthen roster for Super Bowl push.
Where'd that come from?
It is coming out of what is this thing? It says Pro Football.
Well, they got Aiden back,
Right.
so they might bring
They're always
Homeboy
trying
back.
to find somebody. Homeboy's still in town. Zadarius Smith, because his girl's a rapper here in Detroit. I know.
They broke up. I think
They
she
did?
actually she posted how sad it was, but she's like, "Hey, me and Z have different priorities. We're not going to be seeing each other anymore."
All right, so she gonna make a rap record. I broke up with my man.
Something. She gonna say he's a beater.
Well, when you were talking about hey, sometimes am I hiring you for your talent or for your personality? I'm like, I hope that's not the case with Z, because he was very loved here, but I thought he'd be good enough.
Yeah. That like I said, it doesn't enter the equation a lot, but that's more or less a local guy that's been here been in your place for a while, and he's a local hometown, or not hometown, but he's a local crowd favorite. But his talents are diminishing, and now you gotta make some tough decisions on him, and I just this particular one I'm talking about. That was my comment in the meeting one time, and hey, are we gonna pay for his play or his persona?
And I'm sure everyone just kind of groans. They're like, no, you're right. This sucks because we like him, but we know that that's the right call. He can't stay.
Well, it didn't necessarily go that way. Put it that way. Put it that way.
What are you putting what way?
I said, that persona or play decision you got to make on one of your guys that have been there and the crowd loves him and all that, but his play is diminishing.
Mm-hmm.
And now, but he's up. You say, do you pay for his play or do you pay for his persona? And then my man said, hey man,
hope that's not what the C. Smith thing was.
Yeah, so
well, I mean,
they decided here to pay for his persona, and I was pissed.
the Cleveland Browns they were anxious to get rid of Zadarius. They ain't like, hey, y'all can have him. Go ahead. they gave
so
him
it depends on what he did while he was here and how well the coaches liked him. Bringing him back might be an easier move because he already knows things than to bring somebody from another roster, and they got to learn. Those are all the kind of intangibles that go through GMs and head coaches' heads all the time. And, and sometimes they get it right and sometimes they're dead wrong.
Dan Campbell says this roster is the deepest he's had with the Lions. I can see that if everybody's healthy.
Yeah,
he says
no one's on IR for once.
Right. I'm just saying.
The deepest roster he's ever had?
Yes. Okay.
All right. Well, I hope he digs deeper in his mind to manage it.
You still mad about the fourth down plays?
The head coach is supposed to be the most cerebral guy on the field.
He is being cerebral. He going for it.
Okay.
That's just blind confidence.
I don't know. Blind. It's believing in that offensive line. It's giving that offensive line a punch in the butt, saying, I believe in y'all. Get it.
Ask, what was his name? Staley, before your guy Harbaugh out there.
Right.
Ask Staley we're going for fourth downs, got him on a regular.
Yeah, that was stupid.
About that.
Yeah. So, like I said, I understand the first one in San Francisco. You're trying to put your foot on their neck because you had a nice lead, but that second one not to tie the game, stupid.
Yeah. Oh, all right, 10 seconds back.
I got introduced to them in the last month I was in high school. He was like,
not just bluffing. You don't have to call, I hit my dance like Usher. Ooh. I just found my tempo like on DJ Mustard. Ooh.
This is the M Zone.
And welcome back to the M Zone. Jamie Morris. My man Bobby on the other side of the glass, Bobby Toth. And we got the center of attention. Larry Lee is with us.
I didn't get a chance to get it in. Lovely day. Lovely day. Lovely day. All right.
I'm going to have to make that into one of the intro songs. We'll come back with a segment. You'll just...
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Come on. Give me some Bill Withers, man. Some old school.
I'll cut it up. It'll
That
be
ain't
ready.
funky, though, man. That ain't funky. He must not be from Dayton, Ohio.
I got plenty of funk choices from Dayton, Ohio we could go with.
So we were talking about this off the air, so I thought we should bring this on the air too. Dan Campbell says his roster is at its deepest he's had with the Lions.
With the Lions.
He likes what he has with the Lions. He's the coach, and it's at its deepest as it's ever been since he's been the coach.
Okay.
Go ahead, Bob.
Go ahead.
I was gonna say, I don't know. For me, that's just another coach speak. Like, you're gonna say it's like, man, these backups just ain't it. Like, I don't know. That could be close to true. Like, obviously, if
it is true. I mean, think about that. Outside of, and I'm gonna say this, outside of Matthew Stafford, who I think is still better than Jared Goff. Outside of Matthew Stafford, when fully healthy, yes. I think they are deep. They are deep. Yeah. I think their defense, they play and look it. You call it what you want. They've been playing great defense. I haven't seen a defense that's played
deep versus complete, like a more complete team.
They're not complete. No, we know they're not complete because they ain't get there yet.
True. No, what I mean by that is there are fewer holes in the lineup. I think there are fewer positions where you feel there is a large room for improvement. When I think of depth, I think of the 2s and 3s coming off the bench. Like, how good are they on your roster? And that's one where I'm like, all right, of course you're going to say a lot of your third stringers are really good because you're not going to throw them under the bus like that. That's what I mean by deep versus complete.
I hear you about the coach speak, but one thing I will give Dan Campbell credit for, I think he tries to be a pretty honest guy, and he'll say literally what he feels. Now, whether what he feels is awesome or not, might be the question, but I think he genuinely will tell you the truth about what's going on. I don't think he's one of them BS speaking kind of coaches. He kind of shoots straight from the hip and from the heart. So, but in his mind, he probably says that this is the deepest squad I had. Whether it pans out to be that or not is the issue.
Right now, yeah.
And that's where my criticisms come in about Dan Campbell. Mm-hmm. That's why, I keep saying thoughts like, he's got to be the most cerebral guy in the room. He can't think like a player anymore, and everything is not all about.
But that's him. That's him, Big Sweet.
But everything's not all about grit now. Sometimes it's about cerebellum.
The cerebral coach is the one that's going to blow smoke during the other interviews. So it's kind of, hey, if he's either going to be a little
and you're right.
Be honest. You bought that. No, Sheila bought that. Sheila bought into Dan Campbell being Dan Campbell. That you get when you see Dan Campbell, that's what you're going to get. Dan Campbell. Right. You always going to get 100% Dan Campbell. He's going to tell you the truth. Even if it hurts, he's gonna tell you the truth. And he takes the blame. He took the blame for all the fourth down moves he made. I shouldn't have done that. I shouldn't have done this.
Okay. Now the B part of that is if you admit you did those things, don't damn do them no more.
I get it.
I can keep admitting I like sweets, but until I stop eating them, golly.
You're still gonna get upset. Yeah.
Yes, exactly. So let's see what he does. And last year, I think he cut back some. He didn't go. He wasn't as aggressive as the year before, which was could have been the year, which was the year in the right time to be more cerebral. Now we hope we get back to the opportunity to see if he's going to be more cerebral.
I mean, who's in the way? Who is in the way of the Lions, really? Tell me who you think is really in the
Philadelphia
West.
Eagles,
Okay, that's
the
one.
Washington Commanders,
Two.
the Green Bay Packers.
Really, I ain't giving you that one. No. Love gets hurt too much. I can't give you that one. He gets
Okay,
hurt too much.
I agree with you there, but I'll go. Let's start with those two.
Yeah.
Philly and Washington.
Mm-hmm.
Right there. Those are the two.
So if the Lions defense was at full strength, I'm just hear me out before I'm throwing a lot of things at you. Lions defense, Aiden Hutchinson isn't hurt. They got all their defensive backs, none of that. And if they're 100% and they playing that
NFC the conference game, whatever.
If they're playing the Commanders, they can beat the Commanders. They
Yeah,
and they got terrible Terry's back. Terrible Terry's
They can. But here's the intangible. Intangible. They haven't.
Right. You're right.
So until they prove they can, and this year's schedule, and I don't want to sound anti-Lion. I'm just as gung-ho about.
Yeah.
I'm just as gung-ho about the Lions as everybody else, but I'm also a realist. That schedule they got is no joke.
No, wait a minute. It's what the Lions deserve because you keep winning.
They will,
on the division.
now,
you keep winning, you gonna get that kind of schedule.
Correct. So now you got to continue to keep winning with that schedule, with what you have, and they have not done that yet. It's almost like what we talked about with the college game.
Mm-hmm.
Until you get knocked off, until you win, like Penn State,
Mm-hmm.
until he wins it, you gotta get a knock on him.
I get it. Yeah.
All right.
Right.
Yeah. So that's kind of like the Lions theory. Until they've gone to the NFC Championship game, they've gone to the playoffs in back-to-back years.
Mm-hmm.
And there's another theory I have. This is just me. You don't go from zero to hero in the NFL.
No,
there's kind of a progression.
Unless
you do this and you do that.
Unless you're the Commanders.
So hopefully they're ready to ascend to that top. They done been there a couple of times now. They done tasted it. They know what it takes. So hopefully this year will be different. But they got some factors that cause me to still be hesitant, and that's the schedule, and that's that they haven't done it before.
I got the Lions at my PowerPoint where they are at. They're the fourth best team in the league now. Right now.
In the
They're
league.
behind. They are behind. Just hear me out. They're behind the fourth. Yes, the fourth best team. They are behind the Eagles.
The Bills and the Ravens.
The Bills and the Ravens. And then they're just in front of the Chiefs right now.
You got what, like us Chiefs Commanders?
Yeah.
Okay.
Not a Bengals person, clearly. Joe Burrow's finally going to have the same OC.
I love Joe Burrows, and nobody loves Joe Burrows better than me. I think I still, to this day, think Joe Burrows is the best quarterback because when he gets hit, his linemen, they let him get hit a lot. He get up, he don't say a damn thing to them. He just let's get back in the huddle, and he takes that snap again. All the other look at you evil. Everybody, what you doing, dog?
Mm-hmm.
Joe Burrows just taking.
So maybe that's what's needed. Maybe he needs to.
Maybe he does. Maybe he does. I mean, Troy Aikman, it worked for Troy Aikman. He used to cuss his linemen out.
I tell you the same thing in Miami, man. We were down there with Marino.
Mm-hmm.
You let Marino get sacked, boy. Marino gonna let you have it in the huddle. and
apparently,
even with that quick release and all that, but he was hardest on receivers. If you drop the ball more than once, we get in the huddle. I've seen it. Drop another damn ball. You won't see one the rest of the night. I've seen that conversation firsthand.
Well, Burrow's apparently been, not to sidetrack off the Lions too much, he's apparently been like issuing some pretty harsh statements of the organization just for their.
Well, the Joe Barrows.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm gonna say this: Joe Barrows is the only one that they'll listen to right now.
Absolutely, even over Jamar.
Let me say this: if you're gonna be a leader, you got to tell them, I need a team, not just 2 wide receivers. Give me some ball players on this team.
100%. So, and also he's done that with literally a different offensive coordinator every single season.
Right.
Well, that's the case in bingo. You know, every team has some kind of coinky dinky that you need to overcome or whatever. And
Larry, how much weight do you put on losing both coordinators this year? Do you think a lot of people put it as like the stake in the Lions?
I'm sorry I'm glad you said that because I had forgot about it. That's another coinky dinky about the Lions that could be.
This is where they won't do 4th down all the time because he can't hurt Johnny Morton. He can't hurt John Morton. Because you know what I'm saying. He don't want to hurt Johnny Morton's opportunity because everybody blame Johnny Morton for this. Not Dan Campbell. He going for it on the 4th down again. Look at him. I'm just saying.
That's another intangible that I forgot to bring up, that they did lose both of their coordinators. And so how is that going to work there? And I don't, like, once again, I don't want to sound like the negative Nelly, but I'm just a realist. You know, I'm bringing up real thoughts in my mind. I can't just drink the Kool-Aid and you know, just drink a gallon of it. I might drink a quart or something, but
ain't nobody drinking Kool-Aid. Everybody knows. Wait a minute. The Lions are coming back with the same team, basically the same team they have, with some new additions to it.
Joy, I'm not arguing. I'm not arguing that. I said, Joe, I'm sorry. Mr. Morris, I'm not arguing that. I'm arguing the intangibles. Okay, a tougher schedule. You lost both coordinators. You know, those things got to be taken in, and you got a coach that,
These are supposed to be professionals, grown ass men. Okay, not guys that I can't play because I got a new coach. No, you're a grown man. You making over $52 million. Jared Goff, you better get your game right. Everybody in here is getting paid, so you need to play.
See, that's the difference that I have seen in my career and other careers at other places. The difference between Lions players and other players. Like, for instance, we have always kind of had players that always just kind of fall in line and you know, we didn't have the Troy Aikmans that cuss everybody out, even the coach, you know, and the Dan Marino said, you know, leave me the F alone and I'm going to get this done. And the John Elways that you know, that I played with that have cussed the coach out and, you know, and everything else.
But that intensity is a good thing a lot of the time.
Huh?
That intensity, like
some of the time, it's very good.
So that's kind of, just as an insider, to me, that's been one of our issues in Detroit. Is we always seem, even my playing days and my front office days, we always just had good guys that never really pushed it. I used to tell Barry all the time, Barry, if you just stood up on the table one time and cuss somebody out, this team would go ballistic. But that wasn't his nature. Yeah, and I ain't not the cussing.
All to the ref after a touchdown's gonna get up and throw a fit at a party.
But not that cussing out a player, that cussing out is the way to go or anything. But it does show some emotion sometimes, and sometimes everything just can't be hunky dory. Sometimes you gotta get a little. There was a song, something like that. You know, you got to get a little angry. You got to get a little mad every time. You know, something like that every time. Now, some of these guys that I think are around today, they couldn't have played in my day or your day, Jamie, because
you're right.
Man, the coaches cuss you out, your teammates cuss you out. The captain of the team could do no wrong, or the star of the team could do no wrong, and that kind of thing. It's just sometimes I used to preach this when I was in the front office. We got very nice guys, good guys. Every now and then, it's okay to go off the handle. That's just a part of the game.
People, that's that mentality that football players are angry men. I mean, we here in Detroit, we want gentler, kinder kind of players. I mean, we want them to be dogs on the field, but gentlemen off the field.
Yes, that's what you want, absolutely. But you still. I'm telling you, I can flashback, man. Some of these guys, Bubba Baker, Bubba Baker.
That ain't fair. That ain't fair.
Oh my! I'll never forget. And Bubba is I use him as an example. Bubba is the most awesome, God-fearing guy you want to know these days. But I saw Bubba let Monty Clark have it. I was a rookie. I'll never forget. Your rookie year, the NFL just amazes you anyway. We're on a plane, man, and we were in Chicago playing the Bears. And how coach calls defensive stays. They might run a fake. Defense stay on the field. They might run a fake. Bubba comes off the field anyway. And Monty Clark said, I said, defense stays. What are you doing? He said, you dumb. He said, ain't no way they're going to go for a fake right now. How much sense does that make? And cussing out the coach. And I'm a rookie. I'm going, hey, the NFL is crazy. I know, the NFL is crazy. I'd have been, yes, sir. Yes, sir, coach. You're right, sir.
Nowadays, you can't do that. It's more.
I know.
It's a gentler, kinder kind of thing. You respect the chain of command. That's what it's called. The chain of command. There's no yelling and screaming anymore at your coach. You can't tell your coach what to do. Nowadays, you do what you're told to do and like it. We're going to go for it because it's fourth down.
But every now and then, a spat should or could, that's why there's such a big deal when you see two teammates. They make a big deal out of two teammates going on the sideline or something during a game nowadays. That was commonplace back in the day.
Well, you said there was always arguing going on. We didn't call it spats or fighting or anything. It was conversation at a loud point. So everybody got it. So if somebody wanted to come in, they could. They just got to get louder. You know it as well as I do. That's what happens.
Nowadays,
but everybody said, why y'all yelling? Y'all yelling at everybody. Everybody yelling at one another. Why y'all yelling? Y'all fighting and everything now.
Have you seen that famous clip of Troy Aikman going off on the sideline in Dallas, one of them games?
Yes.
That's what I'm talking about, man. Every now and then
to be upstaged, as they call it. Now you upstaging me. You put me down in front of the nation. You put me down in front of the nation. Who you think you are?
I know, right. That's where more of the arguments happen now. Is just because you embarrassed me instead of
Wait a minute. I'm gonna give you one that you really understand. Remember that old coach that'd grab that face mask and be in your face?
Oh, come on now.
You grab a face mask now and see how quick that guy gets in. One guy wants to get traded in the pros, and then the other guy on NIL, he's out of here. He going transfer portal quick. I'm just telling you, nowadays kids don't play that game. You don't grab nobody's face mask. That's embarrassing.
I'll tell you another funny story. You remember Stan White? Stan White was a linebacker for the Lions.
Yep.
Stan White had a deal. Stan would screw up a lot. and so in the course of the game, during the huddle, the players would, the teammates in the huddle would be getting on, but Stan was like the captain. Stan he knew he was on TV. So imagine this, he would point at the players and say, that was my fault. I screwed that one up. I messed that one up. Don't and pointing his finger like he yelling at the player. but he's saying, I screwed that up. That was my fault. On TV, it looks like he's cussing him out. It was a great move.
That is a great move.
That was my fault. I screwed that one up. And he pointing and yelling at him. They're going, oh, Stan White is really letting Larry Lee have it on that play, you know. And he said, my fault. I was the one wrong there.
That's funny. That's funny. All right, so we need to go to a break. We got question of the day. I'm going to start from the beginning. Bryce Underwood. He's the starter of the University of Michigan. I mean, duh, but how do you feel about Bryce Underwood being a freshman starter? Is he ready for the moment? Is he? I mean, you want him to be a Main Street guy, but is he State Street or Main Street or both? Combination. Now, I know what you're hoping for. You want a Main Street guy. Is he ready? I mean, he came in 219 pounds. He's now, Larry, 238 pounds. And he's not, he's good. He's big. He's strong.
20 pounds of muscle in a first preseason.
I'm just letting you know the kid got bigger. He's thicker. He's thick. He's thick now. He's thick.
Yeah, we'll talk about it on the other side. I got a comment.
And then tell me your favorite freshman out there, freshman quarterback that started. You got 4, right? You got 4. Who are they?
We got Bryce. We got Tate. Forcier, we've got Leach, and
come on
now.
You know the other one.
Chad Henne.
Chad Henning, my goodness, come on. On the other side, you're listening to the M Zone on the Big 1050. That kid can make every throw. If he hey, we got offensive line that can keep him up on his feet. He'll complete some passes.
How tall is he?
He's 6'4",
6'3", 6'4". Yeah,
he's 6'4", dog.
He borderline getting chunky.
No, he put on muscle though. If he 230 at, I don't know if he's 238. I think he's 228 myself, but
I was gonna say at 18, when he turns 24 or 25, he's gonna be 250.
He's gonna be a quarterback. I mean a tight end.
Yeah, exactly. He better be careful.
Yeah, if you're only 18,
well,
you're trying to bulk up.
They said he gained weight. I'm just telling you, man. I'm like, what?
Your boy down in wild amounts of calories on that 10K a day diet.
I'll tell you, be careful. Youth is a beautiful thing, but if he want to try to persevere and play in the league and play a long time in the league, if he's 230 at 6'2", 6'3", he might be working his way down playing a tight end eventually.
You got a kid with a guitar, teach him the classic first guitar song, Jamie. That song been stuck in your head all day.
All day long, bro.
That was Deep Purple.
Yeah. Yep.
James got Funk 49. No. Dun, 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 dun.
Clear that he was just different than everyone else around.
Let's see what Howard has to say. Howard Griffin.
I remember the first time I saw Jeremiah Smith in the spring. It was clear that he was just different than everyone else around. And also what was clear is that his teammates had a great deal of respect for him. And how that shows up on a practice field is when your offense is out there and your defensive stars are up on the sideline watching him perform. That same type of mentality and that same type of thing is what you saw when you watch Bryce work. I'm not by any means saying that he's going to have the type of impact that Smith to Jeremiah had. I'm not saying that. I'm saying that the talent level is there, the leadership is there, the work ethic is there. He's as good as he's going to want to be, right? You just have to work through those mistakes. But I just think you're a Michigan fan, you're excited to have him under center. The games are going to be tough, but he's the type of player that really is going to transform what this university
better recognize
looked like in the last couple of years.
Yeah. That's what you paid for. You got $10 million in that kid.
Yeah, exactly.
Guys.
Yeah, it was what, $3 million year one, 12.5 total.
Bryce Underwood?
Throughout training camp, throughout the summer, but really in the middle of training camp, just the consistency, consistency making plays, consistency leading the offense, doing the right thing, making the right reads, but then making plays when necessary. And he did that throughout training camp.
People on the outside are going to say, what do you mean it was a surprise? It was a question. This was the big prized recruit, the number one quarterback in the country. I'm sure there is no doubt in this building right now, but you said out there multiple times he had to earn this.
Yeah, 100%. He took multiple stamps with the 2s, with the 3s when he first got here. In the summer, it was the same thing, and he had to go prove himself. So, but he did that.
In this building, there are images of a coach and quarterback, and really throughout college football, in sport at all different levels. The coach and his quarterback are married together in history. This really now is your guy. You're tied to him. He is very young. He's not just a freshman. He's young for a freshman.
Yeah.
Are you prepared to walk hand in hand with this guy for Michigan football for years to come?
Damn.
Yeah, absolutely. Very excited about him, his progress. But him as a young man is really the coolest thing about him, and how he goes about his business, what he does. We got a schedule for him of everything he does on a daily basis, and ready for him to take the reins.
Can you take us back to the roots of your guys' relationship on a football sense, of us standing here after 5-5 and you're not sure the direction of the program? Maybe you were, but most people outside weren't. All of a sudden, you guys rattle up to get Bryce to commit.
Yeah.
The roots of the relationship between Bryce Underwood and Sharon Moore in this program. How did you guys get him?
Yeah, I mean, really, I've known him.
We gave money.
15 years old.
How did you get him here, Coach?
Right. Well, I had a Brinks truck pull up to his house.
I had a billionaire give him money. Hey, come on, man. What, you think he gonna say that? No, he ain't gonna say that shit.
That's what you and I was talking about earlier, man. If we'd have been NIL eligible,
I'm trying to tell you, bro. I'm telling you. That is what I mean. Everybody's. I'm just telling you, man.
I was a 4-year starter, man. I could have made some money.
Ideas. We've got to win this game, and there is no game on the remainder of our schedule more important than the one you're going down to the tunnel to play today. Now let's go. Let's go.
You had spaghetti with that man.
Well, that was Bo.
Yeah, that was Bo. You know that's Bo.
All right, fellas. 10 seconds back.
Yes.
Oh my! I'm all fired up now. I got to hear my coach.
This is the M Zone.
And welcome back to the M Zone. Jamie Morris, Bobby Toth on the other side of the glass, and the center himself. He's back. I told you guys he would be in time. Larry Lee.
Yeah.
Big Sweet. I tell you what, it's game week. It is game week. And if you're not ready to go, I don't know where your head is, but you better get to game because we ready to ball now. I heard the man speak today. y'all let me scroll through Twitter or X or whatever, and I didn't found something Bo yelling and screaming, boy.
Play. Can you play it again?
Oh, I'll play it again for you. Don't mess with me, man. You ain't said nothing but a thing. You know me.
I want to hear it again.
This is the guy you had spaghetti with.
Goals. We've got big ideas. We've got to win this game, and there is no game on the remainder of our schedule more important than the one you're going down to the tunnel to play today. Now let's go.
That's what I'm talking about, boy. Oh, come on, let's go.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. There is great pageantry, man, in college football. I love it. And guys are still, they're pros now and they're getting money, but they still have that collegiate enthusiasm, man, where you can still talk to the young men. They still get excited and it's not, how it is when you get into pros, man.
Right.
That kind of innocence is gone, man. it's gone, but not, with college coaches and what kind of coach is Coach Moore? Is he a yeller, screamer?
No, he's very collective. He's this kind of generation. You know what I'm talking about. Hey, gentlemen, we got a tough game. We got to get together. We got to do this. We got to do that. We got to do this. You want me to call some of these guys? Call their name out for you? You got Rodney, you got Mustafa, you got Hadley, and you got somebody else. So
these phones are acting weird. We got Rodney first. What's going on, Rodney?
Rodney's there's Rodney. Go ahead. All right. Rodney, how you doing?
Sorry, I'm doing good. How are you? Somehow I got dropped off for some reason.
It's okay. We got you.
Yeah, it's okay. How are you doing?
Bobby's working it. My boy Bobby's working it. He's trying to get it together.
It's okay. I'm not giving him too hard of a time.
All right. Talk to me.
Okay. Lions are going to do what the Lions do. That's fine. I'm liking the Bryce Underwood. I'm thinking we need to get like the $6 million man jerseys.
Okay.
Like the Lee Majors style, because that's what he was called, the $6 million man.
Yeah.
That's what he was called back then. $6 million made $6 million like it is today. That's like, I don't know, maybe $6,000. So, okay, here's a question for you, J-Mo.
I'll try to have an answer.
One, I'd like to have your brother give you a story about LT, behind the scenes LT. That would be something I'd like to hear one day.
Okay.
And two, I've never seen an actual live Wolverine in my entire life, and you said that you guys used to have one.
Oh, I mean, the university had one back in the day in the 1900s. I mean, we did. I never saw a Wolverine in my life. I mean, it used to bite the handlers when they had it down on the field, so they had to. I guess they had to whatchamacallit. They gave it to the Detroit Zoo. So I'm just letting you know.
Well,
I mean,
I've been to the Detroit Zoo. I've never seen it there. I've been there many times.
Well,
so yeah,
I don't think you were around, Rodney, when they had the Wolverines that I'm talking about.
I'm pretty confident, no, and I'm pretty confident you might not have been either. But why don't we have like a palatial mascot like Bucky Badger running around as a Wolverine?
Because Don Canham didn't want any ridiculous cartoon character running around on the field. That's why.
But okay, then we can have. But okay, let's just get a Wolverine guy.
Nobody wants a Wolverine guy. Nobody wants a Wolverine guy, but you right now.
Yeah, put him in a red shirt wrestling guy, and let him go fight Bucky Badger or Sparty.
Okay.
I can agree with the whoever you said,
Rodney,
Dave.
That's Rodney.
Yeah. No, well, the guy that didn't want the cartoon kind of character.
Canham, the former AD, yes.
Yeah, the former, because, man, this was a pet peeve of mine, and I'm talking about my own school. Remember I said, man, we used to play USC. USC got the Trojan horse coming out there with the sphere and dun 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 dun, and we got this little Bruin bear running out there with the big old Bruin head like a cartoon character. Man, that didn't fire nobody up. So I agree with it. I didn't like that.
Okay, here's my other one. Okay, we have I'm big fan of the rainbows over in Hawaii. Okay, why don't we get General Mills and them to get together and get an NIL deal going on and get the Lucky Charms dude on the sidelines for them?
Wow. Rainbow Warriors. I get it. I get what you're trying to do with the Rainbow Warriors. Look, it's I can't answer nothing with
They're
that.
magically delicious.
You were gonna say that.
Yeah, they're magically delicious. Come on, what are you talking about?
Oh my God. Rodney, are you excited about this
I got
game?
Lobos going on that one.
Are you good? You mean Larry? You mean Larry? Not Lomas, but Larry. He can do a Lomas. He can do an in-between.
Yeah, he sounds a little bit like Lomas when he's checking in.
No.
At least
No, the Big Sweet. No, I'm gonna leave Big Sweet alone. Big Sweet was my mentor when I first got drafted by the Lions, and I just Big Sweet is my boy, man. Now, I don't leave
like
Big Sweet alone.
There. He sounds like Lomas there, don't he?
He did sound just like him, actually. But at least he gave me his perspective of the question I did not know about, people who get cut to sent to the practice squad.
Yeah.
And they can now sign with other teams. I did not know that little dynamic. Thank you guys for that.
No, you're welcome. No
today.
problem. I tried to divide this up perfectly because this is cut day.
Yeah, we got 24 hours to get from right now. They still got like 80 people. We got to get down to 53 plus 17 for the practice squad.
But remember, the caveat is you cannot go from practice squad to practice squad. If you sign another team's practice squad guy, he's got to be part of your 53-man roster.
Exactly. So you're right. Larry's right.
Is there a limit, Larry, to like periods of time in the season or the frequency that you're allowed to move people from the practice squad to your 53? I'm assuming, you obviously can't do it willy-nilly because then they're just on the roster, but I'm assuming there's set periods of time for those moves.
Don't you have to waive your practice squad player and then he gets a day? And then after the day and no one picks you up, then you can
bring it back.
Oh, you have to let him be a free agent for a day. Got you.
Yeah, that's the waiver system. That's the other thing that during the course of the year, that was one of my jobs. I would have to wait till the waiver wire come out every night about 6:30 or 7 to see if someone got cut somewhere else that we could have an interest in. And that was the last thing I did every night was when the waiver wire came out like 6:30 or 7. Mm-hmm. I read it and we look and see if there's someone worthy of even talking about or not. And I had to go to Wayne Fonts and say, hey, coach, no, the waiver wire is clean tonight. But if because we scouted and because I was part of, the pro personnel and the college scouting piece, if there's somebody I liked, I'd go to Wayne and say, hey, man, Tampa just let go of Freddie Johnson. We might need to take a look at him. And if you think somebody else is going to get him quick, then we'd all come together, a phone call or something, and make a quick call to see if we want to claim him off waivers. And if we did, who would we release? Because you can't go over the 53-man roster. So those are kind of the decisions that go on continuously every day. And that was one of my last jobs. We had a big board. Now it's all computerized, but we had a big magnetic board. You remember the magnetic boards? And every time a player got cut, we'd take him off the board and put him down as a free agent. So you had a list of all the free agents at all the positions, and you had a list of all the active rosters and who's on the active rosters and the depth charts for those active rosters. So those are all the things like I said, scouting is a profession, man. There's no stone unturned in that deal. So if somebody cut a guy or you need a guy, one of your guys get hurt during the game, you can go right to the bottom board and see who's out there. And you even rank the free agents that get released. Everything's a ranking. Okay. We got 5 defensive ends down here, but Johnny Johnson's the best one of the 5. Mm-hmm. Everything's ranked. Everything's ranked. So a quick, easy decision can be made. If you're on the road and one of your players go down, you got that board right at hand, and you can just start making calls to the agent. Hey, we want Sam Smith to meet us when we get back to Detroit and talk to him. And if you had questions about him because he's been out for a minute, you might want a workout up from him. You say, well, let me just see him run one more time, or something like that. Or if you like him and he's bona fide, you just go ahead and sign him and make the agent swear that he's still in good shape and he's still healthy. And, he comes in and takes a physical, and hopefully it all clears. And and then he's on your roster.
Nice. Rodney, you got it?
I got it all. Thank you guys, man.
All right.
Now I got the whole breakdown.
Thanks, Rodney. Talk to you
All right,
tomorrow.
Rodney.
734-998-1050. Mustafa!
Hey, Jimmy, how you doing, man?
I'm good, man. How you doing?
And Larry, too. How are you, sir?
I'm good, man. What's up, Mustafa?
I'm doing great. Hey, Jimmy, let me first thing, let me apologize to you. The other day, last time I talked to you, I was kind of talking over you, so I didn't hear a question, and when you don't hear a question and you give an answer, you're like, man, I was wrong. So when you're saying that you wish to take me to a musical practice or something, I mean, if you were given
I said if I get an invite and I'm allowed to take somebody with me, I'd like to take you. And you said, no, I'm okay with that, James. I don't need you. And I'm like, wow.
No.
Rodney wants to make a line, and he's first in line after you.
No, I'm not gonna say what I thought you asked anyway. But like I said, I mean, Jamie, I'll go with you here and back. I mean, you're my guy. I mean, I was like, man, I gotta call Jamie and tell him that I did not hear the question perfectly. You know what I mean?
Okay. I thought maybe I made you mad or something. I said,
no.
If I can go down to Shimbekla Hall and they telling me I can take somebody, I said, Mustafa, you ain't got to get on the bridge anymore. You can come with me.
No, I'm not gonna say what I thought you asked. That's fine. It's over with. But
did you think I wanted to go to the club?
No, I thought that you were telling me if I would allow, my daughter to be whatever in practice.
What?
Yeah, whatever.
Nobody talk about no.
No. I was thinking maybe you're gonna say, okay, will you allow you guys go to a practice, whatever, meet players? I said, hell, I'm not doing that. So yeah, but with you, Jamie, my God, I mean, I would love for the opportunity to happen. And then, man, I will absolutely. You're my guy, Jamie. I was wrong. I did not hear the question though.
Whack. I wasn't saying anything about your daughter. I congratulated you with your daughter, but then I said if I ever get a chance to go down and watch practice, and they say you can bring a friend, I'd like to bring you. That's all I said.
Yeah, and that was the day I was just telling her, stay away from parties. Don't go out, stay in your dorm, go to school, come home. You know what I mean? So anyway.
That's your daughter? That's all good. I love that, dude. I love that.
It was just all joke though. I mean, I joked to her. I mean, I joke with her about all that stuff. But anyway, we gave her a good education. She was raised well, and she'll be fine anyway. So.
Okay, I just want to thanks for calling and telling me you heard wrong.
No. Yeah, I know, because usually I tend to do that. I kind of tend to talk over people sometimes. Whatever.
It's okay.
But anyway, now Jamie, let me start being nice to you and tell you this. I don't need your assessment anymore about Michigan football this year. I've been waiting for you to tell us what you know, but now that I listen to some people.
Oh, wait a minute. You think you know something because you listen to the camp? You watch the camp, the Big Ten camp?
I'd love for you to take me to practice, but I don't need your opinion no more.
You don't need my opinion. Okay, Mr. I don't need your opinion. You won't get it anymore. I'm going to tell everybody else, but I ain't telling you damn thing.
Last time I told you that I'm going to listen to the Big Ten camp very closely. I know how to listen to people.
Did you listen to it?
Because let me tell you this: Michigan was the last stop, right?
Right.
They had a chance. They had a chance to see everybody.
Right.
And Howard Griffin, he knows a thing or two about running backs.
Howard Griffin is smart. Yes.
And when he said,
yep,
and he was careful saying this.
He was.
He didn't say I saw everybody else. He said that after seeing everybody, that this Michigan duo might be the best in the conference.
What duel? Which duel? The running backs?
Running back.
Yes. No, they're good. They're good.
Okay. For him to say that after seeing everybody else, and usually running back in Michigan, that's a good marriage. If we got good running backs, we up for something very good.
Did you hear? Okay, because I saw the same damn thing you did. Did he say? What did he say, or what did anybody say about the offensive line?
That's what I'm about to say now. Because and now I'm saying I wish Bryce the best of luck, but I wish also he never said what he said the other day. I mean, back in your days, freshmen don't talk when you were playing at Michigan. You know, I mean, stay humble, man. I mean, let the veterans do the talking. But he said what he said anyway.
If he gets asked enough questions, he has to say something.
Yeah, but I wasn't comfortable with that. But anyway, that's today's age. That's his day and age. You know what I mean? When Chad Henne started for Michigan, we did not know he was a starter until game day. I remember that to this day. And Jamie, that's what I'm saying. It's all going to depend on the offensive line.
Well, you got the 5 guys in front. That's standard, though. It's always the guys up front. It starts with them. If they do their job, then everybody else can do their job.
And when you hear another guy, John Jansen, I mean, who's a Shambacher Hall resident, he's been to every practice.
Mm-hmm.
And he's careful saying this. You know, John is he's very careful when he says stuff about Michigan. Because he's a play-by-play, whatever. He calls game.
Mm-hmm.
He said, this linebacking unit may be the best in the country.
The linebacking unit. You said linebacker. You didn't say lineman. You said linebacker.
No. I'm coming, though.
Okay.
To the end of my point. What I want to say, though, the combination of all these, all these talking points, this is a recipe for a good football team. The only way Michigan doesn't be great this year, good, competing for championship this year, is if Bryce flams out. If he just loses it. Is nothing about what we expect from him. But if he's anything remotely what Chad Henne was in his freshman year, which I remember, because Michigan at that time, they had the line to just do a little bit to be successful. I'm not sure, though, that the offensive line Chad Henne play behind, is remotely close to this one that Bryce's going to play behind. Anyway, that's what I'm saying.
Mike Hart was.
I'm just going to say. I'm going to say this. I'm going to say this about that offensive line that Chad Henne had was a veteran offensive line. That's why Chad Henne had so many yards and so many. He played within himself. They didn't ask him to do the things that we're about to ask Bryce Underwood. Okay,
right.
Because this offensive line, although they've returned, we still have question marks and we still need them to gel. They're not where they should be right now, but I'm not saying they can't get there. And they can get there, but they've got to play together.
Michigan, Jamie, I'm going to say my money. Michigan is going to Indy this year. I'll tell you that right now.
Wow. Okay.
Going to Indy.
I'm going to tell you this. I'm going to say this. 9 wins right now. 9 wins.
9-3 was my prediction the other day.
9 wins this year.
Whatever that might be,
and if that's
going to be among
you bet. I'm just saying to you, somebody else may get 10. Somebody else may get 11. I'm just saying right now it's at 9 wins for me.
Jamie, I see where you're coming from. You are very careful because you've been there so many times. You don't want to say stuff. The Big Ten people, man, from Dave Revsky to all of them guys, man, you listen to them deeply and very carefully. You know, this Michigan team is going to be very special. Very special. Now, you guys like you and Jansen, you can't say what you're seeing in practice because you don't want to be like a couple months from now, hey, Jamie said this. But, Jamie, this is a football team with a lot of size, a lot of power. It's everything. Jamie, I am pumped up. I'm ready to go.
Well, you better hope this young man they have at quarterback does what he's supposed to do.
And who said he was fat?
I didn't say he was fat. I did not say he was fat. Okay?
Ohio State people said that a couple months ago that he was out of shape.
They can say that
because he's having 10,000 calories a day to try and bulk up.
Now, Jamie, lastly, before I let you go, man, my favorite caller though of all time, even though he's making fun of me. Yeah, I can't understand Mustafa, man. Where is that? Jan Mike. What happened to him?
You know what happened to Mike. You know what happened to Mike? We had a little controversy, and Mike had to be suspended for a while.
Oh, he was my favorite caller, man. He was my favorite guy, man.
I hear
Even
you.
though he was like,
I hear you.
he
You
was
know
like-
what? I'll go to the board. I'll go back to the board for you and see if we can get him again.
yeah, get him again, man. He was a good dude, though. I love Mike very, very well. He was a nice guy.
Okay, I will.
So, Jamie, I can't wait.
Okay.
And then I'll make sure for the rest of the week I'll call you every day.
All right, baby.
Because game week, sir. That's game week.
It is game week.
All right, man. Hopefully Ohio State loses too, and Michigan State lose Friday night.
I do too, Mustafa. I do too.
All right, so I'll talk to him. Get to other people, though.
All right, I will. 734-998-1050. I'm taking this call. Jake from Ann Arbor. Jake, what's up, man?
That's a great game to be a Michigan Wolverine. I've been pumped up ever since the season ended. I counted down from Memorial Day to 4th of July, and we finally made it to my favorite part of the season, Michigan football season. And I wanted to say, too, I truly believe, and we got to take it one game at a time. If we do it, and all the units are gelling, and I think, and we play like the team, like Bo used to say, the team. I truly believe this team's going to go undefeated at 15-0 and win the national championship and stuff. I want to hear you, Wolverine Nation. When I say go, you say blue. Go!
Blue!
Go!
Wow.
Blue!
Go!
Wow.
Blue!
It's great to be a Michigan Wolverine. It's great to be a Michigan Wolverine. One game, one play, one moment at a time. I'll hang up and listen. Go blue. Go blue, win or lose. I'll hang up and listen. Go blue, shock the world.
Go blue, baby.
Got the student section in the studio.
Exactly.
I got another cheer. Kool-Aid!
Oh, yeah.
Kool-Aid!
Oh, yeah.
We got to go to a break. We come back. We got it going on. We'll talk to you on the other side. Hold on. Billy E., Hadley, and Ken. All of y'all, hold on the other side. You're listening to the M Zone on the Big 1050.
Wow, undefeated national champion. Kool-Aid!
Hey, it's the beginning of the year. You know what's up.
I know what's up.
Everybody's hyped, baby.
Everybody fired up, baby.
Hey, we got Bryce Underwood, and that came true for everybody, man.
I know that's
Trey Henderson reportedly agreed to a contract with the Bengals.
Hey, after Joe
1 year, $30 million. That's it.
Okay. Yeah,
they got him in for the year. That's
kind of what you do when you're at an impasse. We did the same thing with Porsche. You remember that?
Yep.
Big
we were
money.
at an impasse with Porsche. We signed. I did the deal, and our thoughts were, okay, one of us is going to prove to be wrong. Not wrong, but your play is going to determine what happens here. And players, Jamie, if they get one more bite at the apple,
right,
they're gonna go off.
They're gonna ball out.
Robert did that exactly. Which led into, I think he went out and got 15, 16 sacks or something like that. And we had to pay him then, but he took a chance on himself. And that's kind of what you do. You make it an affordable 1 year scenario that works for both of you. And then you evaluate. Now, if he hadn't gone out and done well, then we'd have had a little leverage in the next negotiations. But he went out and did well, so we had to pay him.
That's great. I think it's a great. Hey, you bet on yourself, right?
Yeah,
you bet on yourself. I think Flacco did that too.
Yeah, and betting on yourself ain't too bad at $30 million.
Exactly.
Okay, well,
And
okay.
there's
I
a
don't have
ton
a
of,
more.
wait a minute, and there's a ton of teams that want him no matter what.
Mm-hmm.
What you do miss out on, though, which all agents and the players really want, is that signing bonus.
Yeah,
That's
right.
that's guaranteed money you get right now,
What does he
and
get
that's
guaranteed, Big Sweet? No, he gets a raise of $14 million. He gets this boost in 2025, $30 million per. So he gets what?
does it say the guarantee? Probably all guaranteed. Probably
Yeah,
all.
it is all guaranteed.
Yeah. So that that makes sense. That was a good move on both of their behalves. But he's betting on himself.
They don't. I'm telling you, man. They got Bo on. They got all kinds of things, man. We got all kinds of things happening right now. Everybody loving the Michigan. James Franklin.
Start resume. Let's go to Rich Garcella, followed by Mark Woganrich. Rich?
Rich is on a Zoom call during James Franklin's weekly press conference.
Paul. We'll go back to Rich. Let's try Mark.
Hey, James, how are you? I don't think I've ever been first. I appreciate it.
That's why we did it, Mark.
Oh my God. They messed up.
Guess he's
Rich is not around.
Let's go Mike Gross, followed by Frank Bodani.
Green lights.
Are we gonna check? I'm sorry, Mark. Can we try to get Rich one more time? He said he's on. He texted me. He said
Yeah, I
he's on.
see him now. I didn't see him before.
Rich, give it one more
Can we
try.
give Rich one more try? Feels weird not to have Rich. He's waving us off like he doesn't want to do it now.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, there you go.
I haven't done anything differently.
How can we start a press conference and not have Rich Scarcella on here?
Well, there'll be a day when you're going to have to do that, unfortunately.
Jeez, morbid.
Hey, have you decided on your backup quarterback yet, and why?
Actually, I wish we didn't go with Rich.
That's pretty good.
Rich trying to blow my game. Hey, Rich, you can't be talking to me. Jerry Rice. Jerry Rice is skinny now. Good God. Where is it? Hey, did you see T.O.'s kid playing for the 49ers?
No, I didn't.
Yeah, his kid played for the 49ers.
Hell yeah.
Okay.
Got a touchdown pass last in the exhibition game.
Oh, okay.
That was good. I was feeling good.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah.
Heads up, fellas. 10 seconds back.
This is the M Zone.
And welcome back to the M Zone. Jamie Morris, Bobby Toast on the other side of the glass, and the center of attention, the man, the myth, the legend. There he is, Larry Lee. We call him Big Sweet.
Hey.
734-998-1050, 734-998-1050. Let's go to Ken. What's up, Ken?
Oh, fellas, I feel like I've got an IV of Jack Daniels in my arm.
Why that? Why you feel that?
Well, it started about 11:30 last night on the local sports show, and the guy that does it, he's a homer. I get that. It's Lansing, but he's got a tattoo of Izzo on his ass cheek. He's kind of a homer.
anyways, he's normally not too bad on ripping Michigan, but now that the NCAA has had their little fun and Harbaugh's never going to come back to college, they had one last shot to take the cheap shots at old Jimmy, and boy, did they do it, calling us cheaters and then asterisk beside our stuff. And they started out the segment, actually. They have a segment each week of Sparty and then Michigan. And Sparty's always first, naturally. But when they started the Michigan segment, they started it out with a 2-minute clip of that frickin' punt in 2015.
That's their favorite thing to damn show. Sorry, go ahead, Ken. I'm sorry.
You know what, Jamie? I've seen that. I was at the game. I've seen that play 100 times. I had the best. I don't know what camera view he showed last night, but it clearly showed when that guy dropped the ball, picked it up, and kicked it. That ball went 90 degrees to the right, and it happened to hit that SOB East Lansing lady right in his chest when he was off. Luckiest play in the history of college football. But anyways, they run the clip so damn long. They're literally showing him in the end zone with 50 guys on top of him, and they hurt him. And they actually had all the guys off in medical help trying to help him. But
he broke his hip, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Yeah, they jumped on him that hard, you know. They broke the guy's damn hip. A good conditioned athlete. But so Jack had to take another cheap shot right at the last thing he was saying. He goes, well, let's just put it this way. Mel Tucker has the winningest percentage against Michigan of any Michigan State coach in history at 2-1. What a history there. 3 games. And if you had the one on the cheating call with Aiden knocking the ball loose in the end zone, we all know about that. But, you know, of course, he's bringing up counter stallions and us being cheaters. And, you know, it's funny when all that bull crap came out, the very next game was Sparty. And East Lansing, boy, they were going to be watching for O'Connor Stallions. Boy, they were. Boy, I don't know if they watched for him too good because we beat them 49-0.
Something got in their eye.
Never taken it home by a Big Ten team ever. And Jim could have run a 70 on him, but he was being nice and only run 7 touchdowns on him. Yeah, but no, I'm just so fired up, guys. I think we're going to be very good chance at 10-2. There's not a game on our schedule that isn't winnable, not a damn one of them. And I watched an interview with Mikey Keene for the first time on Leaders and Best. That kid's confident. He was a hell of a high school quarterback, won 2 state titles in high school. Has got like 8,000 passing yards as a college kid.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if we got a 1-2 punch with them two, I don't know of a team in the country that's got a better 1-2 punch than that in the quarterback room. And I don't give a damn if Bryce is a freshman. He is a generational player. Let's just put it that way. I watched him play twice in high school, and he's got a very, very special talent. And God bless that young man. So good. And by the time the Michigan State game rolls around, well, that's what they were saying too. This year we got to get Michigan. We got to beat them. We need this one bad. So by the time Michigan State game rolls around, Bryce is going to have a few games under his belt, and he ain't going to be the least bit intimidated by them East Lansing ladies. So, guys, 5 days till Christmas for our sports lovers. I can't wait. Blue, baby.
Thanks, kid. Thanks a lot. I forgot to tell Larry, Mondays is like hey, we get fired up for the game. It's game week. It's game week.
Well, what about the Monday after a game?
Yeah.
Oh, don't even get us started.
Yeah, you'll see. You'll see. Yeah,
All
you'll
right.
be a part of that too. 734-988-1050. What's up, Hadley?
You know, as Dot used to say when he came on your show sometimes, he'd say, like, you guys are silly.
Why are we silly?
Well, I'm going back to just before the break when you did your infamous Kool-Aid. Oh, yeah.
They were good.
You're welcome for that.
I thought that was good, Hadley.
It was good. I loved it. What's up, Larry Lee? How's things
I'm good.
in Michigan?
Well, everything's good, Hadley. We had a good weekend this weekend in Detroit, Michigan.
Dayton, Ohio.
Yeah. Well,
Gonna make
ready
a
as we'll
drop
ever
of
be,
that.
Larry. You better. Larry's going to be jacked up. I know he is. Hey, Larry, did you compete in the Gold Blue with Jake?
No, he was not.
No.
competing. He was not.
Oh.
in
No,
that.
I didn't. In the Gold Blue, no, I
He didn't
didn't.
know. Wait a minute. First of all, you should have seen the look he had. He looked, what the hell's going on?
What's the Gold Blue?
That's the first time he's done it. Yeah.
That's us going Go Blue with Jake.
Oh,
Right.
I got you.
That's the first time
No.
Yeah, that's the first time he's heard that.
That's the first time I heard it, but Jamie, I sent you the clip over the weekend. Did you see the clip of Eddie George in a Michigan?
With the Michigan thing, yes.
But did y'all see that, Hadley? Did you see that one?
No, I missed it.
Eddie George had on a number 77 Michigan jersey, and he was singing the fight song. He must have lost a bet somewhere to somebody. Who wore 77 for Michigan?
That would be
Bubba?
No. It was what's the kid's name who played for the Titans? The tackle.
The tackle. Lewan, not
Lewan, Taylor Lewan.
Taylor Lewan. Yeah. So he must have lost the bet to Taylor then, because that was a good clip. I thought you guys would have got a kick out of that one.
Good kick out of that. That was funny.
That was classic. That was classic. Hey, and when you guys mentioned earlier when you were talking about the NFL and everything and about how players treat the coaches and all that stuff, do you remember? I'm sure you remember this, Jamie. The '97 Michigan-Ohio State game where David Boston caught that touchdown pass off of Woodson, and he mocked Woodson going down the field.
Right.
Remember that?
Yep. And
did you see remember what happened on the sideline after that?
Oh, they got into the fight, right?
Yeah.
Pulling on the
Cooper
helmet.
goes up, Boston grabs his helmet, pulls him right in his face, and said, whatever he said.
They got into it.
All right.
They got into it. That was good. That was good. That was good. That's good. That's a good thing. Man.
That's good stuff, man. Mixing it up every now and then is a good thing.
Yeah, it was good TV done. For sure. Now getting to quarterbacks. Now, did Leach hurt himself in his first year, 75?
He did get hurt. Remember, he went to the bowl game and he met Huey, Louie, and Dewey. Remember?
Selman.
The Selman brothers. Remember that?
All right, but he did play in the Ohio State game, huh?
Yes.
Okay, so he went 3-1 against Michigan.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, well, unfortunately, Chad Henne did not, and he couldn't win any. And then Forcier, did he play against Ohio State? But he didn't win any either. If he did,
he didn't play. No, he played his freshman year, I think. Yeah.
Right. That was it, right?
Right.
So he didn't even go 2 years.
Denard. Remember, they had Denard as the backup.
Oh,
that was an odd time.
Wasn't Rick Leach a freshman quarterback starter?
Yeah.
He was one of the four.
Okay, gotcha.
I remember during Forcier's when he played against Notre Dame and he won the game and stuff. And
he was the Sports Illustrated and he was the darling that game.
And this was Rich Rod's high point. They win the game. He pulls Forcier to the sideline, congratulating him. And then he takes his hand and he rubs it all over his head, like scratching his head, like going, way to go, boy, way to go. And I thought, oh, okay, that's kind of odd. If you remember, I don't know if you remember that, but that just stuck out from that game. So, all right, so now we got 3 quarterbacks gone and we got Mr. Underwood. I think right now he's a State Street guy until we see him play in a real game, in a real season. I think he'll become a Main Street player in no time.
Okay.
Maybe after the Oklahoma game.
Oh, wow. Okay. I like that.
Now, the thing is that we probably 90% of us felt that he was going to be the starter because Warren is, he's going to be the backup now. And I had heard the other guy that
Wait
got
a minute,
hurt.
hold on. Warren's still hurt, bro. Wait a
got
minute,
hurt.
hold on. Warren's still hurt, bro. He hasn't
I
suited
know.
up.
Okay, well,
I'm just letting you know. Go ahead. I was trying to help you,
I
brother.
didn't know
I was
that.
trying to help you.
Yeah, I didn't know he was still hurt.
I mean, he's walking around and doing things with his knees, working out, but he hasn't padded up yet. That's what I'm saying.
Well, then who's our backup?
Could be Jaden Davis, or is his name Garcia? Yeah, Garcia.
Well, the guy that we brought in, that Sharon brought in and stuff. I had heard, Jamie, someone said this, that he hurt himself lifting weights. Did you ever hear that?
You talking about Mikey Keeney, or are you talking about Garcia?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, that's the rumor going around, that's why he's hurt, is that he was lifting weights and he did something.
Okay, I'll follow that up for you, Hadley, and have some information for you tomorrow.
You do that for me, Jamie Morris.
We'll try.
All right, and hey, Larry, real quick, remember the discussion you had the other day with your the reptile you hate the most?
Yes, I do. Yes.
Well, listen, I got a couple of movies for you. You need to watch. One had, I think LL Cool J was in one of them.
No, you want Samuel L. Jackson.
No,
Snakes on the Plane.
I'm talking about the other. No, well, Snakes on the Plane is one of them, yes. But the other one, a real good one that you would love, is Anaconda.
Anaconda.
Yeah.
Oh,
the only reason
I
I'm
watched
watching
that
movie is because a young J-Lo was on there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I remember that movie, man, and I hated every minute of it. I do not like snakes, man. I'm scared of snakes.
I had a snake in my house the other day. It was in the basement. It got in the door. Wake up the next morning.
No.
Hadley, I gotta go to Philly E now. Okay.
Gotta get Philly in.
Thank
All right,
you.
see ya.
All right,
Philly
guys.
E. What's up, Philly E?
Hey, fellas, what's up?
Wow, you sound like you just woke up. You all right? School? You didn't have
I'm
school
good,
today,
yes.
did you?
Actually,
did you have school today?
I got a call today at 10 o'clock saying, you need to be at school today. I had no freaking clue.
Dude, you don't know when you go to work? What's wrong with you?
Come on, man. What can I tell you? Last week, it was supposed to be Tuesday. Then apparently they sent another email out Monday. So.
What kind of rinky-dink school township are you living in?
What can I tell you? Hey, anyway, I rolled in around 11. There's no kids. It doesn't matter. There's no kids.
Oh, no kids. Okay. All right. I'm good. I didn't know if it was kids. The kids sitting in here saying, we're waiting for our teacher to get here.
By the way, it was announced, I saw on MGO Blog, the fellas on MGO Blog, Jaden Davis is announced as the number 2 guy this week.
Okay, I mean, I figured it'd be one of the two, Philly E. I said it was Jaden Davis or Garcia, right?
Yeah. So, it's Davis. So, hopefully we won't even have to worry about any of this.
Hopefully he plays. That means we're blowing him out.
We got the unicorn. We got the unicorn going this Saturday, right?
Why you got to call him the unicorn?
Why? Because that's what he is. All right. So I can't wait.
Wow, Larry.
Can't wait. We're going to be able to run. My only question is, are we going to be a better inside zone or outside zone team this year? I know we've always been pretty much an inside zone.
What did I tell you? What do you do if you're Michigan and you got a quarterback that talented and you got an offensive line they're doing what they're supposed to do? You take what the defense gives you, right?
Yeah. Well, we got to have read option in there, and hopefully we can start progressing to RPO. Throughout the season. But I just want to be a downhill team. I want to run read option. I want to put people in conflict. I want to use that kid. And by the way, as you could see in the spring game, the kid he kind of already has the quick game down, does he not?
He does. He does.
Yeah. So, and that's before the summer workouts. So I'm excited. I saw that Brady Norton's getting a start at guard.
Right.
So that's something that's pretty new. Oh, by the way, Tate Forcier, I'm going to tell you, that was an electrifying performance in 2009.
Oh, it was a
as
great
true freshman
performance the
against Notre
first
Dame.
game. That was a great performance. I'm not
That
going to
was-
lie to you.
That was unbelievable. I thought the sky
What about
was
the
limit
other
with that
11
kid.
games?
You know what happened with him, though, honestly, though? He physically, he took a beating. By November, that kid was done. I mean, he took a beating. You know, they just, you know, we did think about where we were as a football program back in 2009. We just weren't that physical. And we put that kid in the crosshairs. He really took a beating. When you look back on it,
We sized down offensively.
Yeah.
We wanted to go with faster offensive linemen, remember, and everything like that. So
I know. Yeah.
I get it.
He took a
I know what
beating.
you're saying.
Would have loved to have seen what he would have done under Jim Harbaugh, but actually, I could probably say the same thing about Devin Gardner too. I would have loved to see Devin Gardner play for. I would have loved to have seen that. Devin with Jim.
You did get to see greatness in that era. Was Shoelace?
Yeah, absolutely. But he took a beating too after a while. You know what I mean? Because he was the whole team. I mean,
well, Devin Gardner took a beating too.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, he's coughing up blood for crying out loud. The poor thing against Michigan State. That was awful. Best freshman quarterback.
Yeah.
Jamming Jamel Holloway.
Wow. That is a
Yeah.
good one. I like
That's a good one.
No, God, no. I watched you. You guys have got to see. It's an SEC thing now. I can't send it to you, but you guys have got to see the wishbone, the evolution of the wishbone.
Okay.
Because there was a high school coach. There was a high school coach that brought it to Texas. Coach Royal. Coach Royal took it to Bear Bryant, and somehow Barry Switzer got it, and he took it to the next level. They said
he took it to the next level because he was getting elite black athletes.
Right. That's what they said, because they couldn't bring in those type of athletes deep down south. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, they weren't doing that.
No, they weren't going to do that.
Nah. So yeah, right. They got white boys like Jack Mildred and freaking Steve Davis running that offense. Oklahoma's like, okay, no problem. Yeah.
Right.
Because they gave it. Hey, it was Greg Pruitt who was the ball. Greg Pruitt, he was awesome
great.
at Oklahoma, dude.
What was the Oklahoma quarterback, Mike?
Those white boys were Fairbanks' guys, Mildred and Steve Davis. But then you start with a Thomas Lott and then a J.C.
Thomas Lott,
Watt.
that's my quarterback from Oklahoma.
Yeah,
I loved him.
The one came out my year. The quarterback from Oklahoma came out my year. Went on to be a senator. Oh, J.C. Watts.
J.C. Watts.
Yeah, J.C. Watts. He was awesome, dude.
He was good too with that option.
He was great. But you also got to shout out Trevor Lawrence. He won a national championship as a true freshman. And mark my words, if the Jaguars suck this year, I hope he goes, because you already know the Rams are going to need a quarterback. You take Trevor Lawrence and you put him with a guy like a McVay, I'm telling you right now, his career will take off. Anyway, I know it's time to go, boys. Talk to y'all later.
Thanks,
Go Blue.
Philly. Appreciate it.
All right, Philly. All right.
This is your first Monday of game week, man. I'm happy.
Yeah, man. Hey, y'all indoctrinating me.
It's a bad day for me to be having these phone problems. We got phones ringing off the hook on a Monday.
God. We got to go, but hey, we'll be back tomorrow. You've been listening to the M Zone on the Big 1050.
Kool-Aid.
Yeah.
That is so stupid.
All right. I see now. Who's the worst Kool-Aid drinkers? Lions fans or Michigan fans?
Oh, it's Michigan fans.
It's Michigan.
Hands down, bro. Hands down.
They drink all the flavors.
Got to get in the hype because it's now you heard me stop everybody. I'm like, oh my God.
Okay, the intensity's picking up.
I had to give them 9. At least I gave them 9. Jamie, I'm like, dude, I said 9 games. I can't give you no more. Gee.
I was, we were
right.
talking about that yesterday. It's like, all right, Miz was even saying they might go undefeated and be like, that is ambitious.
I know. That's Kool-Aid.
Oklahoma. Remember that.
Hey,
And Nebraska. And Nebraska.
Did you want to try to meet this week or?
Yeah, if you want to try, I mean, that's up to you.
Yeah, I mean, the other thing, Jamie or John Witz from Archbeats and East said they can come on Wednesday at some point.
What
he
day?
said Wednesday at some point if you want. That's their best day.
Wednesday. Good. I'll put them on
Okay,
the schedule.
we'll work it out.
Okay.
We'll work it out. Yep.
Thanks, Larry.
All right. Okay, man. See y'all. All right.
Larry did a good job. He rode to the store, man, with us.
Mm-hmm.
He said, Kool-Aid.
I was having a good time with that.
Oh, my.